Welcome to this 2,000 point Warhammer 40k live stream game. We've got the Necrons versus the Orks. I'm Mike and I'm joined today by Kris.
Hello, good evening.
Well, we've heard your voice before.
You have?
But you've joined us now at the table with, I think, the first time we've seen a competitive Ork list on the channel.
Competitive Ork list and a bigger version of Steve. What more could you want? new war bosses in the house.
Well, we've got a new muscle man in the house. Steve's out, so I think we might vote to replace him with you.
I can work on getting orange.
Yeah, that sounds good. And of course, it wouldn't be a VT stream without our awesome commentary. We've got Jordan and Kris on the deck, and of course, Seb on all of the cams. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm really good. We're a little bit overloaded with Chris's in the house, but as well as taking over from Steve, you can take over from Kris as well.
I'm also Kris, so there's three Chris's. Seb's Kris as well.
I thought you were Cotton.
I am Cotton. All right, Pepper, you better do me proud today. Right, what are we doing today then?
Well, the mission today is take and hold. So at the end of each of our command phases, we'll get 5 victory points. For each objective marker we hold, to a maximum of 15.
Excellent.
So you can hold 3 objectives for loads of points in this one. Further to that, at the end of the game, person going second is going to score their primary at the end of their turn, rather than end of their command phase. We're playing Chilling Rain, so in this desert, there's a pitter-patter of
a little bit of drizzle. A little bit of
drizzle, just like the UK at the moment, a bit chilly. And then we've got Search and Destroy deployment, so that's the table quarters, as you can see. And that's the mission.
Are you going tactical or fixed?
I'm going tactical.
Oh, me too.
Good.
It has to be that way, isn't it?
It's more fun. You can draw lots of cards. And yeah, let us know who you're rooting for.
We also
so
won't
before
lose
you vote
viewers.
on rooting, I am going to caveat all of this, and I need your help tonight, chat. Please. This is literally my 5th game with Orks ever.
That sounds like an excuse.
First time running this list, so please help me.
That sounds like an excuse, Kris.
Well, I'm going to lose to the man that wins events with a non-painted army, so it's not the end of the world, is it?
I mean, you're embellishing the story a bit there. But onto those armies. So I am running the Necrons today. So you should see some beautifully painted Necrons. I'm running the Obeisance Phalanx. So this is one you might not see that often. But what this lets me do is, in the command phase, I can pick an enemy unit, and I get +1 to wound against it with Overlords, Triarchs and Lich Guard units, which includes any units that an Overlord is attached to. Now I have the Silent King leading the force, who is actually the Triarch, but doesn't have the keyword. Yep. Anyway, I also have Imhotep the Stormlord, who does not have the Overlord keyword either.
Don't sound salty at all, Mike.
I'm not salty
Not
at all.
salty at all.
Just a little bit salty. So Imhotep's leading 10 Lich Guard. We then have an Overlord with a Void Scythe and Resurrection Orb, who has the Honourable Combatant enhancement to remove CP from Kris when I kill his characters. When, not if. And that's going to be leading some Immortals with Tesla. I've then got a unit of Immortals with Gauss being led by another Overlord with a Translocation Shroud, which lets them move faster.
When you activate that, just let your hair down and give it a flick.
I don't think I'd be able to tie it back up again, Kris.
No worries. Just trying to live out my best life here.
Then we've got Illuminazeros. So this guy buffs battle line units, gets lone op, and is all round like a mini Catan. He's quite beastly, so I want to try him out today. We've got some other units. We've got a Triarch Stalker, who does benefit from the detachment rules. We've got 2 Canoptic Doomstalkers. We have a lone Locust Destroyer and 2 5-man units of Triarch Praetorians, which are starting the game on the Tomb World in Deep Strike. And that is the list.
I'm going to argue with you about being a Tomb World. It looks very orky to me. However...
Look, I was here first, so I claim the right to remove this inferior race.
Mushrooms exist everywhere. So, my list, it wouldn't be a Beast Snaggers list without the Big Moz himself as my warlord. So he's chilling out on the Great White Squig in the middle, and he's supported by the Beast Boss on Squigosaur.
Is Moz short for mozzarella?
It could be for tonight, yeah. He is a bit cheesy at the moment with his 4-up invulnerable, 4-up feel no pain, taking entire rounds of shooting from Tau, Votan, everyone else.
Can't wait.
Their place. So it's not a matter of if you kill him, it is a matter of when, but you're going to waste all your effort doing it, hopefully. I've then also got a Trike, because we're in the desert, he's got space to zoom around, have fun. He has got the Cyborg enhancement, gives him the feel no pain on a 4-up, so a nice little, little bubble there. And I've got a Knob on Smasher Squig, and finally a Mega Knob in Power Armor as well. And they will all be leading their relevant units, which come on to that in a second. I've got one blob of Beast Snagger Boys. They're loaded up into a truck. I've then got 20 Gretchen, 2 blobs of 10, just doing their thing, farming some CP, hopefully for me, do a bit of screening. I've got one blob of 6 Squig Hog Boys, supported by that knob. And then I've got 2 blobs of 3. Okay. And finally, no, I've missed out a character, haven't I? Captain B himself.
Oh, of course.
Captain Badrock with his flash kits. Thank you very much, Sam Jenkins, for lending me them. They're loaded up in a truck, and then we've already mentioned the Mega Knob in Power Armor. He's got 5 Mega Knobs with him, all with twin kill saws, ready to slice and dice you, give you a haircut, shave off some metal.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Any enhancements?
The Feel No Pain
Yeah.
on the trike. I've got Cunning and Brutal on the Knob on Smasher Squid, so fall back and charge, shoot, etc. And
Follow me, lads, is it?
Follow me, lads, you're right, on my Mega Knob. So it's good to know that you know my list that I wrote better than me. Fantastic, it's what we're here.
Well, you know, I'm here to help a friend.
You know, if only I signed up to an academy or something, I could maybe learn Orcs a bit better.
On that note, the Academy is opening its doors very soon. You'll be able to pre-order from next week. So look out for emails, get on the mailing list if you can, look out for the links, get on the wait list on the website, and there is a link for that below. So, I mean, we've had a massive amount of awesome feedback on the last Academy intake, and you'll start to see some testimonials come up. So thank you if you've done any of those with me. It's been an incredible Academy, and the next one's going to be just as good, probably better.
Let's hope so.
So definitely get on that wait list. Army's done. Did you have anything reserve?
I do have reserves. I've missed out half my army. You know, it's so alien again, not having it out in front of you, explaining it and just setting up, doing it all off screen. I've got 2 sets of Storm Boys in Deep Strike, and I've got 1 set of Squig Hog Boys in Strat Reserve, just to try and do some sneakiness.
Yes.
We have had a super chat from James Hobbs himself. He did say competitive is a stretch, and that is in reference to your list, Kris.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is rude.
Well, he absolutely whiffed all of his shooting. So he did 6 broadsides, an entire 6-man crisis blob with a commander into Moz, and failed. He just stood there and was like, okay, cool. So he's a bit bitter about it.
Oh, just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit. Well, thanks for the super chat. And if you do want to support us on the channel, feel free to super chat. You get questions answered about anything happening in 40k or VT. I think it's time to roll off, Kris.
Let's do it.
Right, you can go first as you're the guest.
Do have a question here, guys. Is everyone just henching 40k now?
We're getting there.
I think we're talking about we're talking about Mike here.
So Mike is starting to go to the gym. For those that don't know, he started yesterday at Snap Fitness.
Yes.
New year, new Mike.
Definitely. No, to be fair, I do want to start going to the gym.
You could have some Jason Momoa vibes about you. Let your hair down, come out of the water.
If we merged both of us, that would essentially be Jason Momoa, wouldn't it?
Child. and then get disappointed when it comes out like Jake.
You've rolled a 3.
I have rolled a 3.
I've rolled a 4.
Oh, well,
that about sums it up. Good game, Kris. Thanks for coming in.
Yes, my victory though, isn't it? I got 69 points.
Of course. Okay, so I'll be going first.
Sorry, just out of curiosity, before we start, who's giving you a lift home?
Well, I was planning to walk, but...
okay, that's good news. Cool.
Okay, cool. Good to know. We can talk about that later.
Let's see what happens with the result. You better get started, man.
Yes, so we'll roll into my command phase. I'll draw some cards now, and then we'll put you over into the capable hands of Kris. Oh, and George there as well. So the first card is extend battle lines.
I'll mute you right now. I actually have the power to mute just your mic.
Second card's behind enemy lines. And I will pick... I'll make a decision about it off camera, I think, about who I'm going to pick.
You've got to do it now. This second. On the spot. Go. 1, 2,
Muzrog.
3. Okay, there we go.
Easy. Cool. Okay, over to you, Jordan.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Let's take a moment to appreciate Colourforge, our fantastic sponsor. Their range of spray paints has become our go-to for making our miniatures come to life quickly and efficiently. The quality and variety of colours they offer are truly unmatched, providing a smooth application for stunning effects every time. Check out Colourforge for your next hobby project.
Okay, Kris.
Well,
It's me and you back on the commentary deck again.
it's back where we all started.
Oh,
I enjoy spending evenings sat next to you, Jordan.
Same, mate. Honestly, it's
Shame everyone else is here, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know why Mike's here, to be honest, but hey. But anyway, mate, how you doing? We haven't seen you, obviously, on commentary. When was you last on commentary?
I was here last week.
Yeah. Yes, you
But
was.
I think I might be filling in for you when your car exploded.
Yeah. I've got a new car now, guys, so
Excellent.
I'm back on the road.
So do I. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But
yeah, this is going to be an interesting game, though, this one. We've got two... I mean, obviously, the Orks being more of a competitive standpoint from the Orks being the Beast Snaggers. But Kris himself has already said that he hasn't played the army that much. Before we actually get into that, we have had a super chat from Mandy D, the absolute legend herself, said, I love Necrons, and yes, Mike, the keywords are odd. GW trying to keep the good faction down. Kris, love the Beast Snaggers, but it's not a full vehicle speed war, so I need to support Mike on this one. Just put him in the boot for the ride home. Well,
thank you, Mandy.
He could only do that if he had the speed war, but he doesn't, so he's going to have to put him on the back of a squig.
Oh, no, that's something I really don't want to see. Kris and Mike on the back of a giant space hopper hopping around the studio.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think the last time I was on a moped, I was in Tenerife, and that didn't end well for anybody. Least of all the police out there. But less said about that, the better.
Well, yeah. Let's not incriminate ourselves on a
Statute limitations.
Yeah. Exactly.
3 of my favourite words.
Exactly.
So this is going to be quite an interesting game. Obviously, both players are. They perform well, but both are very competitive players when they put their mind to it. And I think they both approached the game tonight with perhaps slightly more of a competitive mindset, probably because we're all at the same tournament this weekend.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that definitely has a...
So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what some of the slightly crunchier lists that we've had on the stream for a few weeks can do into each other.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, so the Obeisance Phalanx is a weird one because I don't think we've seen too much of that.
I think it's not the flashiest of the detachments, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I think it's the strongest either. But it's quite a good example of something that isn't the strongest,
but still strong,
still being objectively pretty good. It's not the I'm going to mess it. Canoptic Court, is that the? It is called a Canoptic Court, isn't it?
It is Canoptic Court.
It's not the raw power of Canoptic Court.
No.
But it's still got a lot of play.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the thing, is when you look at the other detachments, well, you open a codex and you look at some of them and they go, some just blare out to you on the page, don't they? It's like most powerful.
I would say some people open the codex and make that decision themselves.
Yeah.
But also a lot of people would just listen to social media or go on Reddit and say, well, this is the best, and never learn anything beyond that.
Yeah.
And this is quite a good example of, it is important to actually read the rest of the book.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be standing across for somebody at an event and saying, oh, it's not the one thing I know how to play against.
This is actually the cool thing about 10th, I think, is there's so many different like with the codex armies that are coming out, there's going to be so many different varied play styles for each faction, rather than just, okay, I play Orcs, this is the one route I'm locked down.
I agree, and as a self-confessed someone who prefers more complicated rules, I do like the fact that if you are unaware of your opponent's rules, you've only got to read one page and 6 stratagems. Anyway, it looks like Mike might have finished his movement. By the way, he's just circulating wildly at us. So let's go back to him.
All right.
Right, we moved.
We have. It's like magic.
It's like magic. You definitely didn't see it happen on top down. Right, so I did choose Mozrog for the +1 wound. The Silent King has chosen an aura of reroll 1s to hit and wound, because he's a really nice guy. The Triarch Stalker stepped onto this objective with his limb.
Really extended that one out.
Yes, where he's reaching. And then I've got 2 Doomstalkers. One's not going to see anything. One stepped out to be able to see down that firing line there. The Lich Guy got a 4 on their advance, so they did reach that objective marker. And the Gauss Immortals have stepped out to be able to shoot Moz. So
is the Giggly Ghost all right out there? He's having a right meltdown.
We're struggling.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening in the corner here, but it appears to be a moderate meltdown.
Just the one leg.
So I'm going to start shooting at you, Chris.
Cool.
So
Are you
can
declaring
I turn this,
my
this
mozzarella
camera around
stick?
and point it?
I will declare your
Cool.
mozzarella
I
stick.
would like to spend the 1 CP to minus the 1 wound.
Oh, well, would you look at that? That's cool. All right, fine. Well,
So
it
you
doesn't.
can, you can take your poverty oath elsewhere.
Well, the Silent King now is going to speak, and he's going to fire all of his guns.
Oh,
So I'll fire the Annihilator beam at Mozrog,
sounds annihilatory.
and I will fire the Staff of Stars at a unit that's not particularly tough. You got anything that's
It's all really tough because it's orcs. So what's your range, mate?
24?
So I have got... You've got the Squighog boys there. You're just out on the Gretsch. You've got this truck as well.
Okay, what's the toughness on your pigs?
On my bigs, it's 6 or 7.
6 or 7, cool, good answer.
Yeah.
And the toughness on the Beast Boss? 10?
8, 10.
8, 10?
Yeah, Moz is 10, so...
Was it 10? So he's probably 10 as well.
Yeah, apologies again, chat. If you,
I'm
know, you
straight
see me get my
6.
phone out every 2 seconds, just double checking stuff. Steve did say we had cards. Turns out he bent the truth a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. So this is strength 6. I will put it into the Beast Boss.
Okay.
Because this is indirect. And then I'll just fire his normal staff into Mozrog.
Hopefully I'm not seeing stars.
Well, you're going to get annihilated. So we're going to fire the beams first from my menhirs. 2s to hit you.
Definitely hit.
Definitely hit. Now this is strength 14.
Got 3s to wound.
But it'll be 4s, right? Because you -1 to wound.
You +1, -1, didn't you?
Sadly, the Triarch does not have the Triarch keyword.
4s it is, my friend.
So, yes, it is sadly 4s. 1 wound, good sir.
Minus lots.
Minus a million.
Saves it.
Cool. 2 shots then from the Scepter of Eternal Glory. I can reroll 1s because I'm a nice guy. And then strength 10, so 5s to wound. That's 1 wound there. Minus enough.
Saves
Cool.
all.
Good. It was 1 wound, but you're right.
Well,
It's showing
you
off
know,
now.
Just first and last time we'll see a 6 tonight.
And then 12 shots into the Squighogs.
Oh god, this escalated quickly.
They...
Do you want me to I'll get the stats up.
Yes, please do. Indirect, so -1 to hit. And then strength 6, it'll be 5s to wound. So I'm pretty sure. Oh, I reroll the ones. As well.
Yes, toughness 7. Makes no difference to you there.
Cool. There you go. Some saves for me, please. This is AP1, but you have cover because I'm shooting.
Okay, so how many is it? Just
indirectly.
5. So I'm on 4s, and then I've got 5 up for
This was actually into the other beast boss, but it's still 5s to wound, so it's okay.
Okay. So they're going to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And damage.
You got feel the pain, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 1 each.
One
Yeah,
each.
1 each. Yeah.
And so 1's going to go through.
I'll take that. I've done a wound.
I'll
Good.
count up to begin with.
Good stuff, everyone. Well done.
So yeah, I thought you were throwing it into the boys.
Yes.
Just interrupt you for a moment.
Okay.
To acknowledge a lovely $100 super chat from John McCardle. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John, as always.
The Silent King himself. They say.
Unfortunately, I'm sat so far on the other side of the monitor that I can't
I
really
can
read
read it.
it. So John's going to have to read
So,
the rest of it for me.
John said, "Hey VT, going to be seeing the boys at LVO tomorrow. Also going to be playing Joe from War Games Live tomorrow on stream at LVO starting 6 p.m. EST. So come cheer us on. Loser has to streak the GW preview. Doesn't conflict with any VT streaming content."
Can we ensure that's Jake? Just watching him waddle across the screen would be fantastic.
I'm expecting an apology YouTube video from him in like a week's time about what he's done.
VT addressing the nation.
Thank you, John. We really do
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah,
You are
absolutely
a
massive. Yeah, good luck at
All right,
LVO.
saying that Jake wouldn't be there without John as well?
Yes.
I think that's fair to
So
say.
again, doubly.
Um,
So that was good sturdy round of shooting so far there, Michael.
well, you see, if you roll enough dice, you'll stop rolling 4s. That's my theory, my running theory.
We have got, first time I've been on camera here, it's going to work out lucky for me.
I'm going to fire a heat ray,
Okay. We're in
which
the desert.
you're quite used to, actually, heat rays, aren't you?
Yeah, I had a bit of heat ray before I came here.
Yeah.
It's part of my stream prep, make sure I am orange for the camera and the jokes.
So this will hit on 3s. They both hit.
They both hit.
Strength 9, so 6s.
Yep,
It's 5
minus
and then
1 to
another-
wound.
Oh no, I've got +1 to wound.
Oh, isn't that
So
nice? That's back to
5s.
5.
Yeah, 2 wounds. Take that, Chris.
Just the 2, okay.
Take that.
Minus lots?
Yep.
What is the minus?
4.
Ah, okay, so it is minus lots. So one's going to go through.
Cool. It's D6 damage.
Other side.
Okay. I'll spend a CP to reroll that. Why not?
All right then.
We have fun here.
It's a 1.
Oh.
Told you.
Yeah, cool. All right. Nice.
So I just need a 4 up.
Yeah. Go for it.
Cool.
Excellent. So you can't have cover anymore.
That's quite obnoxious of you.
Yeah.
What, because of a bit of heat?
Yeah. But it's too hot for you to take cover.
Oh.
He's got to take a layer
Well,
off.
normally when you do a sunbed, you wear nothing, so I mean... All right, anyway.
Let's do some Gauss Immortals. One of them can't see Moz, but we have 9. So that'll be...
Only one of them? Do you
Yeah,
need to borrow
only
my
one.
glasses?
I've got guns sticking out, mate.
All right,
We're playing a
yeah,
competitive game
yeah,
of 40k.
okay.
What are you on about?
This is the first time we've played each other ever as well.
It
I know
actually
events
is.
we've been and you know how nasty you are to me on a daily basis at these.
Yeah, well, it's
places.
because if I see you on the roster and I might play you, I just drop.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd bully you, take your models.
Yeah, you probably would actually. Yeah. 18 shots. Now this is lethal on 5s
There's quite a few of them.
because I'm going to do my battle tactic for free, which is cool.
It's nice that you declared that after you saw
Yeah,
the dice rolls.
you see,
yeah, competitive. Yeah,
This is the
Gaining
competitive game.
knowledge and all the rest of it.
You've thrown me off, Chris, because of your
Glow.
glow. But this is Enslaved Artifice, which is a battle tactic. Gives me crits on 5s.
Well, we don't like being enslaved around here, so it's not going to work.
Speak for yourself.
Steady, Christopher.
So, reroll the ones to hit because of the Silent King and my relic. Doesn't matter. And then this is strength 5, so 6s,
Sixes.
down to 5s, back up to 6s.
Cool. Good chat.
There you go. Have an extra wound.
Extra
So
one.
8 for you there.
I'm not going to roll your ones because you rolled really well there.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
2,
These are
4,
AP 2
6,
and ignores cover.
8 and ignoring cover. Okay, so I'm on my 4 up. So I'm going to fail 2 of these only.
Sure.
There's
not
there's
2,
a
mate.
few more of 2.
You're lying.
Well,
now.
I doubled. I should have overpromised, under-delivered. Damage
Yeah.
2, sorry, you said?
Damage 1.
Damage 1. Okay, so we're just going to do... I'm going to take 1 wound, I think.
Okay.
That's what I fancy. Oh, 3 wounds.
Well, that's more than 1 wound, my friend. Okay. More shooting to come. We've got Xerus and his beam of Eldritch Lanceness. So 3 shots. Here you can see Mozrog. We'll go for...
Giggly Ghost, can you get my glasses from behind you, please?
Sorry, did you want your laser pointer?
Oh, you know what? Did I leave it here? When I beat Steve the other day.
I'm going to go for the Squidhog Boys instead. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Squidhog Boys instead.
Okay.
They do all hit.
I'm going to get cover, though, at
You'll be
least.
Glad to know.
Tough
You
for
do.
7.
So 3's to wound, strength 9. That's 2 wounds. I can re-roll 1s because the Silent King's right there watching.
Okay.
3 wounds. It's AP 3.
So AP lots down to AP 2. So I'm still on 6s
Okay.
because I've got no invulnerable. I'm going to save one of them.
Flat 3 damage.
Flat 3 damage apiece. So first one, there's 5 up, feel no pain on these bad boys. So one's got 1 wound, and that'll be him dead.
Cool. Killed a pig.
Killed a piggy pig.
Bacon for dinner. Running out of things to shoot you with now, Chris. I'm going to fire a Doomstalker, and I will fire this at the other beast boss.
At the other beast boss. All right.
So this is D6 plus 1 shots. Nice.
Cool,
We're doing well.
Cool.
So 2 shots.
At least you're getting it out of the way with now.
1 hit and no wounds. Cool. So that concludes my very successful turn 1.
Excellent news.
But I do get 5 points for extend battle lines
Because leg day.
because leg day. I'm also over there to be fair, but I will discard behind enemy lines. And yeah, speedy turn 1 did a little bit of damage. You can't heal, can you?
No, only my trucks can heal.
Thank
Yeah.
God. So let's move on to your turn, I think.
Cool. So I'm going to gain a CP.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
So will I.
I will also see if my little Gretchen generate me one. They do not. What a letdown. And I best draw 2 cards. So capture enemy outpost.
Good work.
And deploy Homer. So doable. So we can do that. And now I will move into some moving.
Okay, we'll mute them and go to the top down and have a little chat.
Yes. So let me just change the points on here so we've got the right points.
You see, this is the best thing about me coming down here is I'm not trusted with any of the buttons, quite rightly. So
I don't know why I'm trusted,
I just
mate.
get to talk and watch where you do very complicated things with. It's not a normal keyboard. It's like 3 times the size of a normal keyboard.
Yeah,
once
honestly, there's a lot. I think once you get used to it, It's the bottom turn, isn't it?
Bottom of turn, yeah.
That's right. But we have a few chats to go through, don't we? So
We do.
let's just update that.
I imagine they would kill the charge.
Okay, so let's start with...
Super chat. So Where Puppy said, painting some Legions Imperialis as a break from 40k. Have you got any old world content planned? You could have played it today with the boss away. I think Steve would have told us off because he would have wanted to have played old world. So
I mean, I'm totally okay with earning the wrath of Steve to play Old World.
yes, definitely. But speaking of content, we do actually have content coming out tomorrow.
I know.
Is,
I'm quite excited.
We've got a battle report, a whole battle report
Ooh.
dropping. We don't usually have them on the channel, just because of how time consuming it is. But we've made sure we've got one.
It's a pre-recorded battle report. isn't it?
Pre-recorded battle report. It's dropping tomorrow over on the channel at 8 p.m.
Oh, excellent.
UK time. So yeah, that'll be out tomorrow. We've got Wood Elves versus Tomb Kings. I forgot which army there was then. Yeah,
Pony Boys.
Wood Elves versus Tomb Kings, and we've actually got Lady Kane on the game as well. She's running the Tomb Kings versus Stephen and his Wood Elves.
I thought I saw some pictures floating around social media.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm pretty excited for that, and the Old World in general. You know, I'm a pretty enfranchised 40k player. It takes a lot to drag me away from that.
Yeah.
But
I think for a lot of people,
I'm all
Old World's
in.
just that nostalgia of like, it's like it was the intro game for most of us getting into Warhammer, right? So Mandy said, "Am I going to be in it?" Mandy, listen here.
that might
okay?
curb the excitement. Read the rest of the message, Jordan.
No, I needed to address the first part. Okay, I was taking it in stages. Okay, no, I'm not in it for your information. That's what I was trying to say. I edited it though.
You did.
I did edit it. So
And I hear you've done a very good job, but I haven't
Well,
seen it yet.
we'll see. We'll see. So it's taken a long time to get it put together, but yeah.
But do let us know, guys, if you are interested in seeing more Old World content. It's obviously not what the kind of core focus of the channel has been to date, but you know that doesn't mean that things can't evolve.
Yeah.
Certainly, I would love nothing more than to start lining up skeletons and rolling hundreds of dice at people.
Exactly. I think the biggest thing with the Old World is it's going to be difficult for us to do live streams with it. So I think what we'll end up doing is more pre-recorded battle reports with the Old World if people are interested in it and it's something that people like, right? So let us know in the comments. Make sure you tune in tomorrow on the channel to go watch the Old World battle report and let us know your feedback and how you feel about the Old World, if you're excited for it, all of that goodness.
So I suppose I need to ask you the question then. Are you excited for the Old World?
I am. Old World was what got me into Warhammer.
Same.
My granddad actually was the one that got me into it, and he had the original like Lizardmen. I think it was like 2nd or 3rd edition Lizardmen.
Lizardmen, Bretonnians in the box.
Yeah.
That was what
That's what got me
I've just
into it.
realised I'm now lumped in the same age category as your grandfather, so I feel fantastic
no.
about that. Thank you, Jordan. But he has an excellent taste in wargaming.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So that was my intro to Warhammer, and it's actually how I met Jake, who was playing fantasy.
Oh, really?
We met at like a Games Workshop shop in Salisbury, and that's where we were playing that for years growing up, going to little clubs and stuff. Yeah, so Old World's, it's got that nostalgic feel to it. Hasn't
Huge
it?
nostalgia for me. I was saying this to someone the other day that the reason I love the Old World it's not because of the rules, because I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet. I've consumed the preview content ravenously, but it's the stories. You know, when I was really young, Felix and Gotrek novels were like bedtime stories for me, and Malleus Starblade. I literally grew up on it. It sparked my entire interest in the whole fantasy genre, and you know, it was a kind of lifelong. Why is Mandy having a go at me now?
Honestly,
Kris, you
Mandy's
look great for a senior citizen. Don't feel bad about that.
She's bringing all the smoke.
Thank you, Mandy.
All the smoke.
I'm only in my early 70s, so
Sorry, I'm in my early hundreds.
So I believe Kris has been smashing up the studio during his
Rampage and Waaagh.
Poor Seb's been running around trying to fix the cameras. So hopefully we have everything back.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so back to the table.
Cool. Hopefully Seb hasn't let us down repairing as my cluster feet have smashed the place up. So I did a bit of moving. I stayed quite cagey. I've moved out. I try not to overstretch. So at this side, I've come up here with the trucks. I've got Badruck and all of his boys in here to kind of do a little bit of shooting. I don't plan on trying to take this objective just yet. There's, you know, quite a lot of melee threat. So, and I didn't call the, yeah, I'm not going to shout it.
How kind of you.
I've poised myself in the middle, ready to kind of, you know, go however I like, whichever direction I want to charge out afterwards. Poised, ready to strike. And as we probably saw last minute, I forgot I need to deploy a Homer. So quickly just nudged the knob a little bit forward so we can deploy a Homer.
Yeah, just casual cheating.
Just a little bit of cheating. But I mean, when you've been, you know, gaining knowledge from rolling dice, it's, you know, I wouldn't even say we're equal yet. My little cluster of Feel No Pain goodness is there. I really want that Stalker dead because, you know, who wants a Stalker in their house? And then this Beastnagger boy truck is just kind of come and touched up on the objective.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, hopefully I kill him. I might not though.
We'll see.
Well, we will see. You know,
Would you like to shoot?
get leg day out of the place. Yeah, Giggly Ghost has gone again. It's quite distracting, isn't it? Actually, when someone just walks away off camera to have a laughing fit. Right. So yeah, we're going to do some shooting.
Okay.
So I'm going to start. No, well, I've actually loaded up the trike first on my phone.
Right.
Because, you know, couldn't find the cards, etc. So I am going to throw everything I have into the Stalker.
Okay.
Let's get him out of the place. So we're going to start off with his boomsticks, 2-4.
Oh, his boomstick, yeah.
6, yeah.
Okay.
So on 5s.
Not very accurate with that boomstick.
Well, you know, it's...
who's he shooting at?
He's shooting at your Stalker.
Is his damage 1?
It is damage
think
1.
it matters
Everything's
at this
damage 1.
range, so-
Yeah. Well, gaining knowledge again, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Does he have anything that's not damage 1?
this one's going to be -4. It's a melter.
Yeah, but what's the damage?
Oh, sorry, D6.
Decent. So I will pop -1 damage
Okay.
for a CP on this guy.
Okay. Let's see how it is. So 1 shot, hit on 5. Might have been a waste. Good chat on the boomsticks. So next up, we will roll out to the Beast Boss on Square Squad. I believe he has a thump gun blast. D3 shots for free. Hitting on hardly any of that. And it's strength 6, so not that.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is, I mean, we're here to fight, not shoot, but want to try to tinker off some of them wounds. Thump gun again from Moz.
Okay.
Yeah, hits. And
That's probably
it's
a wound.
strength 6,
I'm only toughness 8.
so just the 1 at no AP. 2 damage though.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I thought that'd be the case.
Good shot.
And finally, I'm not going to bother shooting that truck up there at him because it's just a waste of your time and my time. So we will move on to this truck loaded up with flash kits, firing at your Stalkers. Stalkers, your
I mean, Lich Guard.
Lich Guard. Well, everyone's a Stalker in my house around here. There shouldn't be they've been hiding around there for weeks.
Thousands of years, actually.
Thousands, I tell you.
Millennia.
So 30 shots, Mike.
Yep.
1, 2,
Let's
3, 4.
get you some dice, shall
I've got 5 people there.
You got 5 people.
Yeah, 5 people's worth of shots there.
Okay, so how many shots are you each, sir?
3 shots each.
3 shots each, so you've got another 5, so that's
so I
15.
could just do this twice initially.
You may as well have all the dots.
We're going to do it all. Whew. Feel the power. So this is hitting on 5s, but it is sustained 1.
Cool. Now, all of these can fire because of firing deck on the
12,
truck. It's
yeah.
firing deck 12. You got some hits.
So I generate some extras.
There's 1 5 in the middle there.
Yeah. There we go.
That's literally the own 5, isn't it? Yeah. So unfortunately, because they're still mounted up, Badrock's not giving me the full re-roll of the hits, and 2, 4, 5 maths. 2, 4, and 5.
There you
Thank you very
go.
much. And this is strength 6.
Okay, so I'm toughness 5, but -1 to wound because I've got a noble and your strength 5.
Okay, so back to 5s and 6s, yeah.
It'll be 4s.
4s. Oh, maths. So just a big 4 for you there, mate.
Okay. AP.
AP 1.
Do
2
you ignore
damage.
cover?
No ignoring cover, so
3 ups
I'll
then.
give it to you.
2 damage?
2 damage apiece.
2 of them drop.
Cool. And then Captain B's guns will be... I might supercharge it. Do I want to supercharge it? Because it's only going to hurt the truck if I supercharge it.
That's right,
It's not
yeah.
going to hurt Captain B himself. So there is actually no point. Why, I hear you ask?
Damage 2?
Because it stays the same
Okay.
damage. Yeah,
Cool.
Damage 2. So 3 shots with sustained, nothing.
Excellent.
And absolutely nothing. Cool. So the fun bit. Let's do some charging, shall we? So first of all, Moz. He's going to charge. He's definitely going to get in.
He's definitely getting in.
And I want to skew him the best way possible to try and let someone else in to join the party. So I know you
can go that way.
I know you want to be competitive today. You want to hold me back, and you want to.
Yeah. Well, we're all about holding people back, VT. So you can actually get past all of his legs.
Awesome.
Do you want to go this way, or do you want to go that way?
I'll carry on going up a little bit, but I'll stay with a little bit of cover, maybe, depending on where you then move your dudes. Yeah, we'll stay there. Come towards me. Yeah, hold it on the little leg, because that leg skipped leg day.
Cool.
Next up is I'll do the trike next.
Yeah.
Trike might not get in. It's only an 8. He'll be alright, even with a little bit of.
Yeah, you've got to.
He's got a pivot.
You've got a bit of
though,
pivotage.
Yeah, I think the Beast Boss on Skill Shot only gives reroll.
I think you're okay.
Charge on.
Because,
Mike, how many CPU you want?
1.
1.
So
Yeah,
I have
you had,
tech.
yeah, you had 2 at the start.
Beast Snagger boys get the reroll. So, do I risk it for a biscuit? Do you reckon I got in or not?
I think you did get in, but if you'd prefer to be in with this guy, I'm happy for you to have that as his role. I don't really mind.
No, I'll go in with the trike.
Okay.
I'll throw the trike in.
Because I think 8 inches does.
It's above average, isn't it?
Fair bit of pivoting, but I think that's. Yeah, I think you're all right.
If you're happy,
I think
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Look at that, friends forever. Cool. I might as well send the truck in. No,
you
the truck
did
advance. Yeah. So that will be the end of the charging. So I'm going to do some fighting. Luckily, you can't interrupt. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm actually going to pick up that stalker.
Well, it depends on Shark Boy, doesn't it?
Shock Boy Udaha. So I do
Lava
get sustained hits in melee, which I need to remember today because I've not used that once in the past 4 games that I've played. Giggly Ghost has gone again. So 2, 4, 6.
I will
Get them out.
go for Nano Assembly Protocols for -1 damage again.
Another -1 damage. And so this will be 5s. No, only on the wall, ignore me. So he is hitting on the 2s.
Okay, that makes sense.
However, that is a sustained.
Well done.
There we go. Rules, remember them. This is anti-monster and vehicle 4 up.
What's the actual strength?
So strength is 7.
Really? That's a bit disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not actually great going into it. And that's quite a disappointing roll.
4s.
Yeah.
Well, you can do 4s for saves, but just not
apparently not on the hitting. So just them 2, please, Michael.
Okay. AP.
-1.
So 4 up in ones. 1 goes through.
Just 3 damage.
3 damage down to 2.
Cool. And then the extra attacks coming from none of that for a start. Right. Next up's the trike.
Is Moz done?
Moz is done. Yeah.
Shark Boy's disappointing.
Yeah. He just kind of whiffed it. So. And on the old trike. So I've never actually used a trike in melee. So this is the first time. So he's got a Snagger Claw. So he's got 4 attacks, hitting all 3s. So cool. Good chat.
Good work,
So
Kris.
now I know how it feels when I stood there mocking you. Oh, the tables have turned. Come. This is strength 10. So both of them are going to win at -2.
Any dev wounds or anything?
No, not one.
Okay.
Well, I hope not. If I read abilities now, I might.
Sorry, Kris,
might
can you
find
just
something new.
check Moz's damage profile against vehicles? There's some comments in the chat.
It does increase when he's fighting a vehicle.
Is he 2 base up to 3? Is that what the...
So it goes up by 1, if I remember rightly,
So
now
it's
that we're
3 up
talking
to
about
4
it.
is what's been suggested.
Yeah, add 1, and if it was Titanic, you add 2. So
Okay, and is he 3 base? Is he with his claw?
yeah.
Thanks, James.
So it'd be damage 4 down to 3 because you're -1 damage, right?
So he'd be damage 4, down to 3. So
Cool.
take 1 more
So
wound.
I'll
please.
take another
Thank
wound.
you, chat, as always.
Thank you, chat.
Before we do carry on, we have had a super chat from Chris Davies. Said, love the content. Tyranid question. If I use a high tyrant's ability to cast Adrenal Surge and I choose 2 units, do both have to be within 12 inches of the tyrant?
So if you ever use a ability that lets you use a battle tactic for free, it's only when you target that 1 unit that's within 12 inches. I don't believe you can use the Hive Tyrant's ability to target 2 units with a stratagem, as for my reading.
And I know nothing about Tyranids, so I'm not going to comment.
Excellent.
You heard it here first, folks.
But thank you very much, Kris, for the super chat.
Thanks for the
it's
super chat.
Chris's first super chat on the stream, so thank you very much. Keeps
awesome.
on, literally.
Awesome. I've got 2 saves I owe you.
Yeah, -2 damage, mate.
4 ups, 1 goes through, 2 damage.
Down to the 1,
Make that
actually.
1 damage.
Cool, and that, kind sir, is unfortunately the end of the fight phase.
Okay,
For
well, it's not quite the end of the fight phase.
Well, for me, I say.
because I'm going to smack Moz in the face
With your big legs or your little legs?
with all of them, actually.
Oh.
I'm going to jump.
Make sure you stay balanced.
Yes, I will. 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Okay, yeah, you see, that's how you do it. And then strength 7.
So 5s.
5s plus 1 to wound, because you're my hated foe.
He's done it.
2 wounds, it's AP 1.
AP the 1. So I've come off the old apple. So I'm going to be on 4 ups. Still. So 1 will go
Flat
through.
3 damage.
So I will. Oh no, well, I'm not going to do a Michael. I'm not going to ask the CP reroll it.
You can see me reroll. I
Go
don't
on
mind.
then, I'll do it. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Cool. You take your CP off.
Yeah, don't you worry. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else from him?
You take 6 mortal wounds.
Cool. Because there's 6 legs, but only 4 attacks, so he did skip a leg day.
Yes.
Cool.
He doesn't actually take 6 mortal wounds. So what do you score?
So I got just the first level of deploy teleport homers, which I do believe is for the free.
3 points.
Cool, and I will discard capture enemy outpost because I didn't gain the CP at the start of the game to gain the CP there.
Okay,
Before we
very
move
good.
into the next. At this point, though, Michael, about round 2, I'm
Yes.
going to do it now. I will declare the. It's all right, I'll whisper
I
back.
couldn't hear you.
That hurts. It was so loud.
There's a rule around this house, and apparently we don't shout it.
Wah. That's
If you
what
shout
that
it, you have to go stand outside, and it's -4 out there at the moment. So I don't recommend it.
was. Okay, so you're going to now have an army-wide 5-up invuln
Correct.
all the time.
+1
Plus 1 strength.
attack and strength.
Attack and strength.
Attack and strength, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's one more thing. I get to advance and charge.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah. Cool.
Get sweat
Okay.
cam on the go now.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, into my command phase. I'll go up to 2 command points because I still have Immotech.
Are you using Poverty Oath again?
Poverty Oath, I will. And I will target Moz again because I wouldn't mind getting rid of that guy, despite how mediocre he was in combat. I'll draw some cards. So we get Cleanse. Very handy, actually. And we get no prisoners.
So quite
Well, I wasn't going to
useful.
take any anyway. So that's handy. And I've got some reanimations to do. I'll do them off camera, but
What reanimations?
I'll hand you over to the stream deck.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. Okay, can you just bring that super chat back up for me?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, so Kris, just to address your super chat again, I've just gone and picked up the book and I just want to double check it. So you are specifically about Adrenal Surge and whether both units have to be within 12 of the Tyrant. I've just gone and looked up and I would say yes, they do, because the free stratagem is within 12 of the Tyrant. So that targeting criteria, although the stratagem lets you target 2 units, would apply to both. Just want to clarify that for you. And Mike did his best, but he didn't actually have the book in front of him, so I just went and grabbed it.
Yeah, awesome.
But while I've been talking, we've got some more super chats.
Yeah, we've got 2. So the first one's from Brian Simpson. He said, "Nice to see Kris again. Handsome man. Michael, if you could create a new Primaris unit to fill a gap in Marines' capabilities currently, what would their role be and what kind of weapon would they use?" Okay, so when Mike is done with his movement, we'll ask him that question for you, and yeah, we'll come back to that. The next one's from Prometheus. He said, "Attended my first GT this weekend at Nottingham. Got blasted 1-4, but had a great time nonetheless. Thanks to VT for all the advice on tournament play." Hey, listen, if it's your first GT and you went there and you had a great time, that is the main thing, right? Is to go and have a good experience.
Yeah, and 1-4, it's you still won a game, and I imagine you learnt a lot.
Yep.
It's not about your final result in terms of your win percentage, your win rate. Certainly, when you're starting going to events, the biggest stumbling block I found is just actually doing it and going,
Yeah.
and completing all 5 games is actually quite a lot if you're not used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I mean, doing a GT is always difficult, even for experienced players, going and having to play 5 games constantly.
yeah. Well, for me, it's my knees, but
Yeah.
again, that
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
because I'm in my early 70s.
Yeah. Well, I'm in my early hundreds, aren't I? So it's wheelchair for me. But yeah, honestly, it's I honestly smashed it, absolutely smashed it. So I'm glad you had a good time, and yeah.
Yeah, I think quite a few Team VT were at Nottingham this past weekend, and
Yeah.
as I understand it, was a pretty lively event.
Yeah, definitely.
Power cuts notwithstanding.
Yes, yeah, I heard about the power cut.
Yeah, some great little clips come out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't worry, we're just getting a question from Seb. Yeah.
So how do you think that first turn's gone so far? I have to admit, I was a bit surprised to see all the turn 1 charges. And I was even more surprised when the little spindly fingery construct didn't die.
The trigger of the giggling ghost.
I know, I only said that to set her off again.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, for me, I'm a bit surprised that Moz didn't actually take it down. Kris did get very unlucky with his dice rolls there. But
it probably balances out from his saves from the previous shooting.
True. The thing is with Moz, though, I've played him a few times now, and his damage output is good on the charge. But if you can keep him in a prolonged combat, he starts to struggle a bit more. Unless it's obviously the vehicle targets, but he can be bogged down quite a bit. It's just his tankiness.
Yeah,
he's so
sprinter,
difficult.
not a marathon runner.
Yeah, he's one of those characters where you just can't guarantee kill him at any point because he's just got that 4+ feel no pain. It's insane.
Well, there's quite a few feel no pains and 4-up feel no pains on the table today. Every character I look at seems to have one.
Well, all the beast snaggers, every beast snagger actually has a feel no pain of some kind. So he's got a lot of feel no pains in his army. It's not a guaranteed kill in any of these units because beast snagger boys themselves have a 6+. The Squig Hog boys have a 5+.
And it really ruins the efficiency of your kind of medium damage weapons.
Yeah, exactly. And on the Waaagh turn, it's Mike's going to have to put a lot of damage
on
out.
The what turn?
The Waaagh turn.
The what turn?
The
Get outside.
Sorry, I said that way too loud. I'm sorry. I forgot I was using my indoor voice. So, yeah, they're going to get a 5+ invulnerable save this turn now, on top of the feel no pains of the beast snaggers.
So even if you're shooting, supercharged Redemptor plasma cannons into them, you're gonna do significantly less damage than you might otherwise expect.
Let's take the Squig Hog boys for example, right? They've all got I think 3 wounds each, either 3 or 4, and they've all got these feel no pains. Once you start, if you put damage 3 or 2 into them, it really does mess with that because it's going to take multiple of those wounds to go through after the feel no pains have been made as well to actually start taking models off the board. So.
Yeah, well, you would think with a kind of 3-wound model shooting 3 damage weapons at it.
Yeah.
You're expecting not to save at all, but let's say there's 6 and 8 units, so you want 6 unsaved wounds. Well, actually now with a 5-up invuln, they should save 2 of those. So you want 8 unsaved wounds, and then let's say that now goes through. You've now got feel no pains. You only need to pass 1 of them to waste the entire second 3 damage shot.
Exactly.
So it distorts it. I was trying to do a kind of hypergeometric calculator in my head, but it turns out I'm not that clever.
You did really well.
So I had to try and backtrack out of that. I started it.
You were doing much better than I could do there, mate. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things. I think feel no pain is such a powerful defensive ability that if you can get it, especially on your multiple wounds units. So on Beast Snagger boys, I mean, it might prove useful with the Waaagh turn, because you're going to get the 5-up invul and
double
the
damage
6-up.
gate to get through.
Exactly, but bar that, it doesn't really work as much on a 1-wound model. But once you start getting the multiple wounds and those 2 damage, 3 damage weapons come in, that's where you start to see the effectiveness of this.
Yeah, you definitely reducing the efficiency of your opponent's shooting.
Exactly.
Now, again, we can see on the top down here that the game's really started to open up. This is Mike's second turn, so he started to open up I'm going to call it the right-hand flank. I guess it depends on where you're looking at the screen. The kind of bottom corner, which appears to be mostly unopposed up until this point. But you can see quite a big reserve force there from Kris's. Is that kill rigs or trucks? And two trucks at the bottom with some beast snagger boys behind it. So whatever goes on that objective is going to have to have some real staying power.
Well, this is the thing. Is it looks like Kris hasn't really got much on a board, but a lot of it's actually in trucks.
Yes. Yeah.
So
well, when he was setting up, I noticed that it didn't fit on his carry tray. So that's usually a good sign for an Ork army.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's once Mike can get through those trucks, and now being again this Waaagh turn, Kris has used it as a defensive ability in this case as well, which is something that I think is not really seen immediately because you get a lot of offensive buffs, but that 5+ invulnerable save, if you are going second,
it's huge.
It's huge in that turn where you go, right, I know my opponent's going to chuck a load of damage into me this turn, so I'm going to preemptively use it. and give myself that chance to survive. And then when it comes to my turn, I'm going to hit twice as hard as I was before.
Yeah, and actually get to your go turn rather than be shot
Yeah.
off the table first.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Okay, it looks like they might be ready first at the table.
Okay.
But Mike, before you tell us all the clever things you just did, we do have a super chat that specifically asks you a question.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to read it out again.
Yeah,
again
sure.
before we judge.
So basically, Mike, if you could create a new Primaris unit to fill a gap in Marines' capabilities currently, what would their role be and what kind of weapon would they use?
I would love to see like a unit with massive melee weapons that are damage 3, like a Gravis, like massive Thunderhammer unit, like a squad of 3 Gravis Marines with massive hammers, a bit like some of the ones in Age of Sigmar. And they just walk around and absolutely smash stuff at damage 3.
It's almost like he's been playing a lot of Salamanders and he's trying to recreate his Primarch there.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have 3 Vulcans.
No.
No.
Well, great answer though. I kind of still think that the one weapon that's missing from Primaris is a Grav.
Yeah, Primaris Grav.
Let's have a Primaris Grav unit. You know,
Yeah, more jump packs. That's what I say.
more jump packs.
Yeah, make jump packs great again.
All right, Mike. Tell us about all the clever things that you've done in your movement phase.
So, the Silent King's moved forward. He's still doing his reroll 1s to hit and wound bubble because he's a really nice guy. I've moved out with all of the Immortals, ready to shoot at some of this nastiness. Not Zarek, that's the Silent King. Xerus has stepped forward to get involved in the
He's
fight.
down -1 to hit because you got his name wrong.
Yeah, obviously.
House
obviously.
rules,
Yeah.
cool.
The Triarch Stalker's going to stay there, potentially cleanse because it's a vehicle. It did heal 3 wounds on the reanimate, so
it did indeed,
poor old Mosrog. I brought back 1 Lich Guard exactly with the reanimation over there.
Yep.
They've stepped forward. I don't know whether I'll cleanse or whether I'll just try and tie up these trucks and slow the Orcs down a bit. That's probably what I'll end up doing because it makes the most sense. I've moved a Doomstalker out, ready to set up a potential Overwatch against the Flash Kits if they get out of the truck. And I've deep struck a couple of units. So I've got a unit of Praetorians here ready for a potential second wave. And I've got a unit of Praetorians deep struck in the middle in order to cleanse the objective. And that sums up the movement phase. You ingressed.
I did. I spent 1 CP and I rapid ingressed some of my little piggy pigs up in the top corner. So you can't shoot him with anything really too badly apart from the King and the Stalker.
Yep.
Who's still stalking around.
He is
Sneaking.
stalking.
Don't like
He's
that.
got that 1 leg on the objective and 2 legs in Nosrog's face.
Sorry, Mike. Just to clarify, what were your objectives for the turn? It was
So I drew no prisoners and cleanse.
okay.
So I've got to kill some things, which hopefully will happen. And I've got cleanse, which I am doing with the Praetorians. I will decide whether I'm doing it with the Stalker later.
And you control 2 at the start of the turn, right?
Controlled 3, actually. So I've got 15 primary from Taken Hold. So my home, the Lich Guard, and the Triarch Stalker, because the Triarch Stalker's OC4 base.
Yeah, and I am only OC2 on a truck. But I had to advance on to try and get something on there, knowing... Obviously, I didn't think I was going to whiff the fight phase, as bad as I did with Mozzarella Stick, but...
I've got too many legs, mate.
Yeah, well, we tickled a leg, tickled a foot.
Okay, let's do some shooting.
Has it ever been this much laughter on a VT stream? Because it's quite a serious show.
Trust me, there's been some laughter. So I will begin the shooting phase with
The foot tickle.
the foot tickle. All of these Gauss guys are going to shoot at this beast boss. He's got 1 wound left off him, right?
He's taken 1 wound.
He's taken a wound.
Yeah.
Would you like to use any stratagems?
Not right now, no.
Not right now? No -1 to wound? I can't tempt you with a -1 to wound here?
No, not yet.
I think you should wait to see what your rolls first.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you're welcome to.
And then I'll let you know.
Right, so this is 20 shots.
Only a few then.
And this is lethals on 5s because I'm going to spend a command point
How are you now?
on enslaving artifice.
Oh,
That
we're
sounds
enslaving again.
I'm
Just
going to
made
enslave
that
these
We're going to try
orcs,
and
yeah.
enslave again.
That's the one. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah, I don't need to worry too much right now about spending that, I think.
And then reroll the
I was
ones.
going to say, do you get rerolls at this point?
Yeah, just the ones. Okay,
That's not so bad.
so we've got 5 lethal, and then we are wounding on 6s, I believe.
I am strength 10, toughness 10 rather.
And I reroll the ones. So you have 6 saves. It is AP2.
AP2. Well, I'm probably on my 5 up invulnerable regardless. I'll roll it while I load up some. Oh, state of that. So -2, yeah. So I'm on my 5 up. And I wouldn't have got cover?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So how much damage is this?
Just 1 each.
Just the 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take some feel no pains. I'm going to take a further 3 wounds. I'll let you win.
1. I'll take 1. That's fine.
No, he. Oh, yeah, he is a full feel no pains.
Yeah, they're all 4 feel no pains. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have fun on the stream. So that's my unit done there. There's no gun on the Lord, so we will move swiftly on to the next unit. I'm going to fire all of the... They're really curbing my enthusiasm for shooting your units.
Just call it quits there. Let's just move on.
I'll fire this Doomstalker. I don't think it has another target, just at that truck with the flash gits in it.
Okay.
Because if we kill it, we could charge some flash gits, and that would be really nasty.
You could try to, yeah.
D6 plus 1 shots. 2. I am performing well here. Come on, guys. Here's 4s to hit you. Cool. Then...
I'm so glad this is happening live on camera as well.
I'm going to fire...
This makes me so happy.
This Doomstalker. You got 5 up invulns, haven't you?
I do indeed, my love.
Everywhere.
I've got some 4-ups as well, if that helps.
Yeah, that really helps, Chris, actually. Yeah, thanks.
It's interesting because we were talking about before the game as well, and I'm really torn on what to run this weekend at the GT. It was between World Eaters, which I smashed Jake and Steve with, or I was going to run Orks. And
we're not allowed to talk about that, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, it affects the company image.
Yeah, obviously he would have had to have dropped from LVO at that point.
Exactly.
As well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's out now.
But I'm kind of just enjoying Orks for being. I may not win, but it's just funny watching people deflate as you just constantly roll 4s.
It's about playing Custodes.
Don't worry, we'll get used to this.
I don't know how Jack Masters gets best in, most sporting all the time. Hopefully it's because he fails all of his 4-up feel no pains.
Doomstalker. Mozrog, do you want to use any strats?
At this point, I will use -1 to wound, please.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Chris, you have no CP according to our count.
I do. Because I got rid of a card, and then I gained 1 at the start of the round.
Yes.
All right, that's my fault.
Lucky I keep a counter, gentlemen.
I'll blame Jordan entirely for that one.
Hey,
He had
I'll
1
take
job.
blame. I had 1 job. And
15 lashes.
So we
outside.
weren't watching what you just did there.
Wait, it's on camera. It was a
Okay.
6.
So what happened? 'Cause
So I've rolled 6. That means I've got 7 shots against Mozrog.
well, it's just as well I spent -1 to wound, because you're -1 to hit as well, aren't you, at this point? Because he's in melee.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I've got heavy, so I'm hitting you on 4s.
But he moved and then moved back. And I know you said he stayed stationary, but I physically saw him move.
Yeah. I don't remember that, actually.
Okay. It's not lucky it's on
your
camera.
word against mine, mate. So
His leg twitched.
then it's 4s to wound because you're -1. Do we roll 1s?
Convenient.
Excellent. So 1 wound.
So this will be a 4. I'm not going to be overzealous.
Sure.
No, it's a 5.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
fair enough. I will fire the lethal hit at you.
Oh, will you?
Cool. Right. Mozrog's really annoying at the moment. Does he only
I quite like him.
Does he only get crits on 5s if he charges?
No, it's just crits
all
on
the
5.
time? He's got
Yeah,
crits
it's
on
just
5,
crits on
okay.
5 in mana, yeah.
Fair enough then. Interesting.
The Costello must think.
No, it's when you declare a charge, Chris.
Wouldn't mind.
I prefer my version of the rule.
I prefer your version too, to be honest. Can we go with that? House rule.
I'll go with the Silent King. He's going to lead by example. So he's got a 24-inch range indirect gun. Can I?
I like the fact that I'm just going to ignore stuff. Yeah, he can hit those Gretchen. He can also hit these
Hit
Gretchen.
these Gretchen. So I'm going to shoot those Gretchen over there.
Why?
Well, because I could get you off the objective.
You can try.
Oh, I will try. Then the Menhirs will fire their annihilation beams. Do I just try and get through that?
Yeah, I think
-1
you do.
wound 4 up in Vun.
Yeah,
We'll go for this beast boss with that.
that's not what we just discussed. But okay.
And then I will fire my lance, my staff of stars, no, the scepter of the other one, the eternity scepter. Look, he's got too many staffs, right?
Yeah.
He's got a fine collection.
It's
So I'll
like he's
fire
compensating.
well,
So
anyway.
we've got indirect going here. We've
Indirect
got
on the grots.
Some annihilation going in there.
Annihilation
and then
here.
Some other thing going
and then
here.
his scepter of eternity into these lads.
Who will still be there for eternity with full no pain.
Cool. What is the toughness on this bike?
That's a question in itself. It could be a 7. It could be an 8. What would you prefer it to be?
It's probably 9.
It's a 6.
Oh, okay. Right, in that case, I'll fire the Scepter of Eternity into that guy
So
instead.
you just changed your mind, okay.
Um,
Or is this just another
Let's make
scepter
this
on the
easier.
scepter?
let's make this easier.
Go on then.
Annihilation Scepter into the Beast Boss.
Okay.
Indirect into the Grots.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, 100%. So 12 shots into the Grots, indirect. Hit on 3s.
Yeepy.
Reroll 1s because of myself. I'm just egging myself on. Hitting on them.
They're toughness 2.
Well, that's good because
2.
I'm strength 6. Now, I can reroll the 1s as well. It is AP 1, but you've got cover.
I've got cover. So I do believe I start on... Well, they start on a 7-up save. And so that's just going to go straight through at this point.
You've got the Waaagh.
Oh, I do have 5-up invulnerables, don't
Yes.
I? Aren't you so... You're kind to me sometimes. It's
I
not
know.
true what Seb says about you. So there's 3 saves. Oh,
Cool.
trash in the place. So just a 5 dead.
Okay. All right.
Can I take it on the runt herd to begin with? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So take the runt herd off, he takes 2, and
Okay.
then it's just 3 more.
Go. Annihilation Beams into the Beast Boss. They both hit.
T10.
These are strength 14.
Just the 3s.
They both wound.
You can have your good rolling dice back because they will betray me now.
Yeah, okay.
5-ups. Oh,
I'm afraid, Chris, that's 12 damage.
okay. Well, I can do this. I believe in myself.
Chris.
First one. 4s everywhere. Oh,
Good work. Good work.
right, let's not reuse them dice. Probably used all the good luck up on them ones. I'll tell you what, they should have took me to Vegas. The way I'm rolling it. I'm gonna take 3 wounds at this point.
Sure. I appreciate the generosity.
1, 2, 3. Exactly. So there you go. Look.
So that
If you
means
will something into life, so
you've taken 6 total at this stage.
Okay.
You got 10 total wounds?
I will double check.
Okay.
Because I don't know my own rules. Predominantly, I do have 9 wounds.
9 total. So
I've
he's got
3 left.
3
So
left.
let's
I'll
put
mark
it.
that
Yeah,
at
we'll put
3
it on
then.
the 3.
Okay. The Scepter of Eternal Glory hits you twice.
Oh, it's Eternal Glory now. There were stars.
That's the other one.
Too many staffs.
Strength 10. Nothing. All right, very good. Still, not bad. I don't know how you managed to tank that 12 damage, but we live and learn.
Can I borrow these dice for the weekend?
Yeah, good idea. Xeris will shoot at the Beast Boss.
You really want him dead, don't you?
Well, I wouldn't mind something dying, if I'm honest. So Xeris, 3 shots.
Is he going to be overzealous?
Look, man,
Do you get to reroll the one?
I get to reroll the 1 because the Silent King is right next to me. And then I'm strength 9, so for 5s. 1 wound, reroll the 1. 1 wound, AP 3.
AP lots. It's going to go through.
3 damage.
I'm going to take 2 wounds here for you. So he's going to be on 1 wound left. No, he's not.
No, just don't
It's
take
just
any,
gonna-
mate.
it's just gonna- yeah.
Why would you take any?
I told you, you can't come into my house.
There's no point taking any. Why would you?
I'm not allowed to swear, but gated don't take no.
Okay. Yeah. So he's got 3 left still.
Yeah, he's chilling beans.
I've fired pretty much everything except the Tesla Immortals and the Stalker. So I will now fire the Tesla Immortals. And you know what?
You're
I'm
going
going to
into
shoot
the
the
beast boss
guy.
because you're desperate to get one thing, aren't you?
Actually, I'm going to go for the bike
Well, you're going to go for the bike,
because he's a bit easier to wound. And this is going to be lots of dice, so I'm going to have to move around the table. Okay, so we've got 20 shots. And I will now do 5s of criticals.
Okay.
For free because it's about tactic. So
Ooh.
even though I've already used it,
Is that from the king, is it?
that's the Overlord.
Oh, the Overlord.
Okay,
So quite a few there.
and I can re-roll my 1s. Right, so that's quite a lot of dice actually. So these are all sustained 2.
Sustain 2.
So I need another 22 dice.
2,
I don't think we've got enough on the table.
6, 8. Well, there's 10.
There's 10. So
I owe you 12 at this
so
point.
put me 11 in there. Actually 12. Yeah. You know the numbers. 12. This is strength 5. Your toughness is
6.
10. 6 is
No,
the bike I'm
bike.
shooting at. I should have been -1 to hit there. So I'm just going to take out like 8
Do you want
dice.
to just re-roll it, or are you not confident that you're going to roll that many 5s and 6s
Probably not
again?
going to roll any 5s and 6s. So I'll take 8 out. And then reroll 1s to wound. 6s anyway, so that's that, and then 12 more.
And then
yeah?
12 more, mate. So I've got 2 arm saves to make in a moment. Yeah?
2 currently. Reroll the
So
ones.
-1 to hit this time.
So 3, and minus.
Sustained?
That was the sustain because they automatically hit.
Okay.
So you got 3 saves at -1.
3 saves at -1.
No cover.
Well, 2 of them are definitely going to go through. Cool. And I don't think the War Trike has Feel No Pain. No.
Yeah, you gave him the 4 for your enhancement.
You know what? You're a good egg, aren't you?
You're welcome.
How much damage?
Just the 1 each.
Yes. Just the 1 damage.
1 wound.
Sweet as a nut. So,
Let me
I'm looking for
mark
my
up.
dice because I do have enough wound
Let me
counts for
mark
this
that
army.
for you.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Right. Likelihood of the Stalker surviving. I've got a CP.
Reasonably high with the way I'm
Pretty
rolling my.
high,
The way I'm
actually.
rolling my offensive dice is quite offensive to me, but not to you.
Yeah. I will cleanse with the Triad Stalker. He's going to get me some points.
Okay.
That's what I've decided.
So he's broken into my house and he's using the bathroom.
That's
Having a
right.
little wash of the face.
Yep.
Skincare routine.
And I will charge you.
Where are you going to charge me?
Well, the Lich Guard will charge
Ooh, which truck?
the truck with the Mega Knobs in it.
The closest one.
Closest one. That is an 8.
They fancy it.
That'll get in. I'll move them in a second.
Okay.
The Silent King will charge the Wounded Boss and the bike.
And the bank. On an 8 as well. He should be more than it.
So I'll move him in.
Alrighty.
There we go.
The king doing king stuff.
Now,
Lead 'em by
as
example.
much as I'd like to tank shock you, I need my command point for -1 damage. What would a tank shock be? Strength 8. No thanks. Okay, and then these Lich
They're moving
Guards.
their rate.
Yeah, you've got 8-inch move. Just going to go into base contact. What's the toughness of a truck? Do you know off the top of your head?
With an 8. It's quite low actually. It's an 8, I think.
Okay.
5 up and vulnerable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, toughness 8. I was right. See, I do know some rules.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Where are we going to fight first?
you can't interrupt. The
I
Silent
can't
King's going to go.
I've got no
and
CP to do any -1 wounding again, so
The Silent King is only strength 8, which is irritating. But he's going to go for your Beast Boss.
Okay.
Although I could
what's his damage?
2. I could
How
just
many attacks is
get
it?
rid of. He's got 12 attacks.
Okay, so you could do it
I could just get rid of
unless I tank it like
Bike.
a champion.
potentially. I'll go for the bike because it's easier to wound. It's toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
So 12 attacks. This is lethal. So there's 2 lethal there. And I can reroll 1s. And then strength 8, so 3s to wound. Rerolling the 1s.
Not
That's
bad for you.
It's all AP 3.
All AP lots. So
All
far,
damage
vulnerables. I'm going to do really badly on this one.
I don't know, man. Yeah, okay, average.
Cool. And then
2 damage each.
I think he could be dead at this point.
How many is that you
It's
got
alright,
there?
I've got red dice here. So first one.
We can just throw all of these in now.
Okay, well I'll take that
You
one
got
out.
6.
So I've got 6 more, please.
All of those. Here's 6 more.
And Yahtzee. So he's taken 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. at
8
this point.
total.
8 total. He could dangerously be okay. I don't know. I don't know how many wounds he actually starts with because normally I've used him as a screening option towards the rear with his large base size. So he started with 9 wounds.
Cool. So I'm relying here on my armoured bulk from the men here.
On the last one.
Reroll the 1s.
1 and 1.
Cool. So he lives.
Literally, well, we don't have to change the dice either. Leave that on the 1.
Those Lich Guard. Let's get those involved.
This is many a dice, isn't it?
So I will pile into both trucks. And they're all able to fight.
Trucking out.
I'll do Imatech first. So Imatech has 4 mighty attacks, hitting on 2s. Okay. Strength 6,
Toughness 8.
2 wounds. -3 on your invuln.
You can have them 2 good dice back. I'll take the 5 ups, thank you.
Yeah, of course you will. Lich Guard.
We've got some pink Himalayan salt up the back if you want to borrow it.
I think I've got enough salt building up already, actually. The Lich Guard. Right.
You're very lucky we're on stream because our conversations would be very different at this table right now, wouldn't they?
Actually,
I think we'd
I'll
be
have
very
you
mean
know
to each
I
other.
am the
a
exemplar.
scholar and a gentleman.
Yes. So this is.
This is lots of. Is it everything going into one truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're splitting. Okay.
This is 6 of them. Okay. Get rid of those 2s. And then it's toughness 8, you say?
Yep. Hasn't changed.
So that's 1 wound so far. And then the other 4 of them.
I forget how long those bells go on for out there as well.
There's no rerolls here.
Sound of the Waaagh.
2 wounds from all 10 Lich Guards. There you go. AP 2.
Keep your crap dice.
Yeah,
They're going to go
take
through
it.
though.
1 damage each.
One damage each.
Cool, that was very effective. You can roll some dice now.
Yeah.
We've got a £2.50 super chat from Dante Paint to say, Chris, don't forget the bomb squigs.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you for all of your help on Instagram chat recently. You're a legend. That's going to come around next though, luckily, bomb squids, because I'm going second.
Yes.
So I'm going to activate first with mozzarella stick.
Cool. I'll pop nano assembly for -1 damage.
Cool. I'll start with Big Chomper's Jaws, which is the extra attacks. So I haven't charged, so unfortunately I won't get any of the extra bits, but I will get a cheeky little sustained.
Yes.
And
What does he hit on?
freeze.
Oh, cool.
This is strength 7.
Okay.
Can't remember what your toughness is.
This, I believe, has dev wounds. Is that correct?
This is dev wounds, so that is 8 dev wounds.
Damage 8. Damage 4 each.
Yeah, 4 each.
Does that get the +1 damage as well?
Well, maybe. So no, because it's only on the charge, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. You've got the
No,
rule right
no.
in front
So
of you?
each time this model makes an attack that targets a monster or a vehicle unit, add 1 to the damage characteristic of that attack.
Ah, cool.
So 10 dev wounds actually.
10 dev wounds. 10.
10, yeah.
Right. Well, it becomes 8 because of my -1 damage.
Yep.
And then what was the strength? The other 2s didn't wound, did they?
No, because it's only strength 7.
So you've just done 8 dev wounds to me.
Yeah.
So I have 3 wounds remaining.
Cool. So
Chris, was that with +1 strength as well?
it wasn't, no, but it only takes
It was a 3 and a 1.
Yeah, it was a 3
so
and
it
a
would
1.
be 4s at strength 8.
Okay.
So.
And so the next one, I don't know any
Yes.
other crazy. So mozzarella stick himself, so on 2s, but he only crits when he charges on 5s. So I gain 1, but he is going to drop them ones.
Strength.
Strength is 8
Okay, so 9 now.
with anti-monster 4, or anti-vehicle force. So 3, just the 3 at -1.
-1. We just need some 4s here. Damage.
3 apiece, up to 4
It's
apiece.
dead. Doesn't blow up. And good rolling there, Chris. That was
Thanks.
not expected.
I think I've done that rule right anyway with the Waaagh tribe, not the Waaagh tribe, the Waaagh.
Yeah, I've been looking at it, mate, so you're all good.
So what does the Waaagh do?
It's just basically if you roll lots of 5s.
It's
then-
more
Yeah,
the
no, I was
devastating
just double
wounds,
checking
yeah.
the extra strength wasn't from if I
Yeah.
charge, I get the extra. I just wanted to clarify
Yes.
that before I would say cheated you out, but
Cool. So the end of my turn, I'm not going to get no prisoners because I haven't killed anything.
But you are going to get some cleanse.
I'll get 3 points on cleanse because I've cleansed the middle.
Yeah, your skincare routine stays immaculate.
And the Triarch Stalker died. And I'll keep no prisoners. Why not?
Cool. Good chat.
Over to you.
So I will go up 1 CP,
I don't know what you're doing to me, Chris, but
and I'm going to draw 2 cards. I would like you to tempt me a target.
Sorry, Chris, how many objectives do you control?
Oh, sorry. So I control 2.
2 for 10 points.
Yeah, because you killed the Stalker.
Which is good news for me.
Should have fallen back. But then
Oh,
I didn't,
I've still
I didn't
got more.
expect the double
You know what?
6.
We finished my fighting. I still have more
Oh,
fighting.
of course you do. Yes, into the king.
I get to slap the king around.
Yep, you certainly do.
Rumble in the jungle. Let's go. I will start with the Beast Boss on Squigasaur because that's the first profile I brought up. What's his abilities that I need to worry about? Nothing at this point. So his little friend gets +1 attack, doesn't he? So 4 dice.
And this is all the times, not if they charged. The Waaagh.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
it was just all the time. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
if it wasn't, it is now
Yeah.
because we've already rolled it. So I was hitting on 4s. No sustained at that
So
point.
did the squigs hit on 4s or 3s?
That's
Does his
quick.
one hit on
Yeah,
threes?
hit, so
Okay.
obviously, so Big Chomper's a bit,
Right.
It's a bit bigger apparently. You know,
Right.
He's a bit chompier.
Yeah.
So this is strength 8.
Strength.
Toughness of, well, it has to go
actually
into the
sort of
king
10.
stuff, doesn't it? Okay, so nothing from there on that one. However, 2, 4, 6, and 7. Hitting on 2s with some sustained. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
No drops. Wounded on 4s. We've got strength 7, but any vehicle. So
Cool.
no dev, so just the 3 there, mate, at -1.
-1, so 3s. 1 goes through for
2 damage.
2 damage. I've got 3 left on a men here.
I'd really appreciate it if Jake didn't keep WhatsApping me. On to the trike.
It's what happens when you're in a relationship.
And that's true, it is quite a serious situation. Don't tell Kelly.
The bike. Is that what you're doing next?
Yeah, I was just trying to do my maths, claim myself
Yeah.
calm, cool and collected, because
Yeah.
you threw me off guard there. So let's roll that. Let's take an extra 3 in there.
I think you hit on 2s, don't you?
No, he hits all 3s. He's got like a claw.
Oh, right.
This is strength 11.
Yep.
So 3s?
3s, yeah. Strength 11, that'd be 3s.
I don't know what his abilities are. It's going to be nothing because he's not actually leading anyone.
AP.
-2.
Cool. So those 2 go 3 damage.
2 damage apiece.
You kill a men here. I
I'm in
don't-
here.
It doesn't blow up. Okay. Right. So
That is now the end of
we
my
carry
actual
on,
fight
yeah.
phase. So, fast forward back in time. I gained CP, I drew 2 cards, no prisoners, and attempting target. You tempted
you can go for the middle. I think.
the middle, okay?
Yeah.
And I need to roll to see if my Gretchen give me a CP. They do not. Let me down. And 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't have to battle shock them because they do have, they're over half, and I don't need to battle shock down there.
You've got
But I
2
will
battle
need to
shocks
battle
here.
shock over there. I'm not going to auto pass anything. It's not worth the point. So first one, I didn't declare it, but Beast Boss failed.
Sure.
Trike is going to be a pass, and
He's
only
only
taken
taken
3, hasn't he?
yeah.
So he's got 7 wounds left. So that is the end of the battle shock phase. So I'm going to move into my movement.
All right.
If you would like to go back over to the beautiful deck.
But before we continue, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, The Outpost. If you're looking for great deals on your miniatures, paints and gaming supplies, we've got you covered. Their wide variety of exceptional service makes them the go-to destination for all hobby needs. So don't wait, check out The Outpost today. Link in the description below.
Okay, and we are back. So,
Well,
tanky orcs.
I have to say, Mike is showing some incredible grace under pressure here,
Yes.
and Kris is managing not to grin too much while he does it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, it's all in good fun. Obviously, everything that's happening. It's not like, do you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where it's so difficult with mods. We were saying this before, though, is like all these beast snaggers, there's no guaranteed.
It's
so
multiple damage
swingy.
gates. It's great. Yeah, it's super tanky. And although Mike isn't having a great deal of luck at the moment, we can see from the scores that
Yeah.
that doesn't necessarily mean that the correct decisions can't carry the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will admit at some point he's going to have to roll higher than a 4, and Kris is going to have to roll lower than a 4. But surely with a large enough weight of dice, it should average itself out.
Yeah, exactly. I did actually see a comment from Neon Vagabond saying that he wanted to start orcs, but he was a bit more like intimidated by maybe seeing poor results from them on other streams and seeing on the internet a poor showing from orcs. I think, look, if you love the models and you love the lore, you love the look of the army, 100% go for it, because I think it was Mandy that pointed out that the meta and stuff is always changing. So at some point your army will improve, it might get worse. You're going to fluctuate for that, but it's best to go through for an army, in my opinion, with an army that you love the look of and enjoy painting and building and collecting, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
Winning is the only thing that counts,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you should flog every army you own when
Yeah.
it's not the top of the meta.
Exactly.
No, I do kind of sit further down the spectrum than you do on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely have armies that I really love and that I like more than others. But I do understand the kind of gut punch it can feel when an army that you do enjoy playing or you have collected isn't really performing the way you expect it to on the tabletop.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think the the longevity and persistence is really the key here. You know, I can think of moments where every single army has been, if not brilliant, good. I can't think of moments where every army has been bad, but that's me. You know, so some armies have been fortunate that they are consistently got strong rules. Personally, I think collect many armies is the way forward over the course of hopefully quite a long time in the hobby. But you're right, for your first army, pick what you like, and it really should be Guard, because Guard are the best.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's I think this is the thing, is competitively it's a difficult one, right? Because I mean, you play competitive. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you play competitive events, not as in like I have to win, but you like to take the armies that are strong and stuff like that, and you feel have that competitive edge.
And part of that comes from having access to a large collection of miniatures. You know, I'm very fortunate that I own a number of armies myself, but more than that, I have a friend group that owns everything I don't own. And I'm not saying that chasing the meta is what you should be doing, but before I go to an event, I definitely have an idea in mind. Why am I going to this event? Am I going to play 5 chill games and test something new out, or do I want to achieve a certain win rate? And you know, army selection is a factor in that, and you know, adapting to the meta is something that I personally quite enjoy. That's not the same for everybody. Everyone has their own. You know, you belligerently seem to you know, power through with Blood Angels, come good or bad. Although I notice you've gone for a slightly different shade of red power armor now. Is that right?
No. My world eaters are white. White and blue armor, mate.
Okay.
So, but no, I think for me, like competitively, I will always do Blood Angels. And this is where, I mean, as you said, our minds differ in terms of like how we look at competitive 40k.
100%.
But you're going to get that with different players. That's the whole point in it. Is you can still do well with non-competitive armies.
She's off again.
Exactly. But at the same time, if your fun comes from collecting different armies and trying what is strong at the time and things like that, and then do it. It's not a bad thing.
You know, we've talked about it before on and off camera. You know, you have people who are faction specialists. You know, you yourself, Steve as well. You know, definitely has that depth of understanding on armies that someone who's much more of a generalist like me will never get. She's we're going to put her outside, I think.
Yeah. Time out for you.
And there's a place for everyone in this. You know, if we had to only use specialists to get these streams going, you'd have 4 armies on the stream.
Exactly.
That's it. You can't learn every army to a kind of deep degree. That being said, just jumping mindlessly won't get you very far either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so Johnny MN just said, sorry guys, shouldn't be mandatory for orcs to play at least 1 unit of mech guns of bubble chuckers. Jokes aside, thanks for the always enjoyable content. Honestly, so this is the thing, is when you're playing, like you're looking at the factions, there's always that like 1 or 2 units in the faction that are consistently taken in a list because they're good data sheets.
Or cool.
Yeah, and I love bubble chuckers.
It's the best name in 40k.
I know they we had like a long lost battle report that would never, like it's gone now because we got corrupted sadly. But I took 3 bubble chuckers. I loved the randomness of them. It was so fun, but at the same time, certain people will take them because they are competitive.
Yeah,
and that's absolutely fine.
Everything has it. Well, most things have its time in the sun.
Yeah, like Sangard.
Sangard.
Oh, no, why did I say that? That's hurt.
But yes, you know, I'm gonna put my neck out there. They are pants right now.
They are. No, they are.
But all the way through 9th, I was sick to my back teeth of having my back teeth pushed in by a Sangard sword. Yeah. You didn't know where I was going with that.
No. Mute. So the thing is, like...
But new edition, new meta,
it's completely different.
new models
are
going to sit on top.
It's a very different style of Blood Angels list that we're seeing from 9th edition. And I think that's the same for quite a few armies. But It's fun. I enjoy it. I mean, my list is adapted endless amount of times now over 10th.
Of course, because you're using it this weekend, aren't you?
Constantly trying different units, like just trying to perfect my units, and it changes because I know this thing will help me against the current meta and things like that. So I know, like, for instance, infiltrators with a librarian of Phobos armor, I'll take it because
it's good.
Because I need it to help me in certain matchups.
It fills a role, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like this is a spectrum. It's not a binary one or the other. You either only take fluffy things, with fluffy meaning bad, or only take competitive things because they're efficient.
Yeah.
You can take some of both. You know,
Well,
you can take a. Go on.
I take Dante in every single list.
Yeah, I noticed.
There's
I noticed. He's awesome.
I've not like played a list with my Blood Angels competitively without Dante, and there's a strong argument not to take him. You could take a captain and get better out of that. But for me, I put him in because he's the one model I love. I love the character, love the lore, and he has to go in the list.
Yeah,
and I've made him work, and it's you can do that with your unit. So, it's an interesting one. I think competitive 40k though, I love it.
I think it's great. It's my preferred way to play, and the reason it's my preferred way to play is because I think it's quite honest.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a few conversations where you've had kind of pickup games over the time where, you know, you go to the table and people just have completely different expectations about what the game's going to be about.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, that often leads to kind of feel bad moments where, you know, you call the other, one person will call the other person, you know, cheesy or a mess game or winner, simply because they brought a better list than they did.
Yeah.
Whereas at least with what I find with a kind of structured event where it is competitive, the expectation is set before you turn up. You know, you're going to have a great time playing 5 or 6 or 3, depending how many rounds there are, games, and knowing that you're playing the same rule set with the same base point.
Yeah.
And they should be good/fair games.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is it. It's definitely one of them. But Mephiston just said I would do the same with Mephiston, but he's not painted, so my Dante came out in his place. So it's a funny one. I've been trying Mephiston so much just to try and get the best out of him. But yeah, we'll come back to that in the next movement phase anyway. So back over to the guys at the table.
Good evening. So lots of movement and all the good shenanigans. So the big cluster mess that I'd made for myself down here was the 2 trucks were too close to each other where Mike had charged them. So you might have seen us having a good chat and interaction of, can I disembark 10 flash kits plus Badrock in this small cluster? Ultimately, the answer was no, I couldn't. Because of where the truck sits, close to the table edge, it's just too many models and too big a base size. So we've left them mounted, and then that way they will be able to shoot into their own combat. They're heavy, so I would have gone up to 6s, back down to 5s. And it gives me another second wave, is kind of how we chatted. I pushed the truck back just to form a bit of movement. I disembarked and moved my Mega Knobs with War Boss. They've got the +2 to the movement anyway, so they disembarked, moved, and advanced. There's a nice little grouping of stuff here that needs to be charged, and the centre objective is my tempting target. These boys had to move just because they were in the way of the truck falling back, so good thing is though, they're within 12 inches to do a squig bomb, so someone's going to get some good news. Gretchen just screened out. I'm still cautious that I've not drawn investigate signal, so it gives me that ability to move back. I dropped in my Storm boys just here, which means then next turn if I need to, I can move them onto an objective or send them as another counter wave. Squig boys with the knob pushed right up into the Silent King's face, so I might as well try, tickle him a little bit. You've been trying to tickle Moz all night, so time to throw some cheese back in you. Yep. These Gretchen moved up, they're toe tapping the objective. I left the Beast Snagger boys mounted just because, again, there's not enough space for me to dismount them and charge them into anything. I start creating a cluster, and also there's 10 models, you've kept no prisoners, potentially a very easy kill point. So again, it gives me another second wave. These squig boys up at the top, they moved around. Again, they've got a squig bomb, we can throw some squig bombs around, and I've got a nice little angle that I can charge a menhir, provided I don't kill the menhir. So we'll see about that. Moz's done a little scooty scoot, and he's gone around the top edge, and he's staring down the barrel of some immortals, one way or another. And that is it for my movement. So,
Squig bomb time.
Squig bomb time.
Does happen after you've made, it might be after you've made a normal or advance. It might be after a normal, in which case you're welcome to make normal moves instead of advancing.
Well, that does change things if I knew my own rules, doesn't it?
Yeah, have a quick double check.
Ends a normal move, so
okay.
They did a normal move, they advanced.
Did these need to do an advance, or
yes, they need some advance to try and make that charge easier. So the only squid bomb's going to be doing is here, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. And again, how many wounds has the mini got?
5.
So I'm not going to kill the mini, but I am going to chip some wounds off it. So make it a little bit softer there before some shooting. Fighting, since I have not done great on fighting elsewhere.
On a 2 up then, with your squig bomb.
Second.
On a 2 up then with your squig bomb. So it does happen in the movement phase.
On a 2 up, followed by D3 amounts. So I got a 6.
Okay.
That was the.
Don't know if a 6 does anything.
And then only the 2 wounds.
2 wounds, okay. So 3 left on the men here.
On a minute. And I've got another one because it's a big old blob. I've got 2. So it goes off, and I forgot about the fact, and that big cluster used and abused.
All right.
And yeah, so into my normal shooting. So this shooting, we'll do it here. So 30 dice going into them on the old sustained. I'll pick up the one that I dropped.
Yep, so this is using firing deck. It's big under the tire, so it's -1 to hit, which will make it 6s. But you've got heavy, so it's now back to 5s.
With sustained hit.
With sustained. So I've got 20 dice here for you, and I think
So
actually
2,
we've got
4,
30
I've
between
got
us.
5 here, +1. So yeah, there we go. All of them. Pile me up, big boy. Cool. And so just that.
Not bad.
Bit of excitement for the
3 more
squig
dice,
bombs
please.
in the chat.
More in there. So this will be 4s. Okay. Right, have I got any guys in cover?
I suppose you've got 1. Oh, I'm trashing the scenery.
1 in the terrain?
1 in the terrain.
So 3 up.
I'll be generous at best.
So he's gone. And then 4 ups on the rest. 3 more. So that's 4 Lich Guard downed.
Cool. And then big boy himself, Captain Beat.
Yep.
And again, we won't overcharge it at this point because it's only 3 damage, so I'm going to make a difference in the same amount of shots. So it's heavy as well, so 6s down to 5s. No 6s though. Nothing.
If we could
Cool,
keep
toughness.
it clean and civil in the chat,
5.
please. Enough of that.
-1 to wound.
Yeah, nothing like that. So that's their shooting done. Over there, do I bother doing really any other shooting? Silent King's a vehicle, wasn't he?
He is indeed a vehicle.
I'd be silly not to. I've got loads of knobs on smasher squigs, etc. that can do some stuff. Well, I'm not even going to shoot him. He's a pistol. I thought it was better than that. So I know the squig boys, though, do have some stickers.
Okay.
So just the 1 shot. There's only 5 because you have unfortunately killed one. So they are.
How sad.
This is assault as well, so I can do that then with the other 3 in a second. So hitting on 5s, up to 6s because you're in combat.
Yep.
Good
Cool.
chat. And then that one, nothing from the other 3. And I'm just going to stop shooting there, to be
The
honest.
bike has like a melter shot, right? It's probably worth having a go.
Is it a pistol? Well, he's a vehicle,
he's a vehicle,
isn't he?
so-
So hitting on 6s if it does.
Is it a pistol?
It is not a pistol.
So it is hitting on 6s.
Yeah. So 1 shot. Hit on.
Sure.
Sustained? No, because it's melee.
That's melee only. No cheating, thank you.
I'm trying. It's strength 9.
Okay, so 5s. Excellent.
Just the 4 actually. And I'm just going to hold it there for shooting because it's boring. We're not here to shoot. We're here to fight. So the charges that I will start off declaring. So the first one is going to be the big blob into the king himself.
Into the king.
So if I roll low, I had the free reroll just because I want to try and maximise on my movement.
Yeah, you can definitely get past this space
so
if you
that
want
was the
to.
plan. So I want to come all the way around that I can, which is pretty much everywhere.
You've
So
got an 8.
yeah, so
You can get around here with the guy,
yeah,
like so.
yeah. I'd say it's probably every inch matters, but
Okay, so all the pigs are in.
all the piggy pigs are in.
All right.
The 3 pigs charging down that gap into the menu as well
Yep.
on a big 10. So
10.
I'm just going to get the 2 in.
Well, you can't go any further than that, so.
No, all 3 are in. Isn't that like magic?
Lance formation there.
So hopefully that's the king in trouble. The next one that probably matters is this one. This is the one that I wanted to save. So how many wounds do those bad boys have hiding in that building?
So these guys, 2 each, toughness 5,
So
no wounds
I'm
on.
on the 2 attacks where I have got sustained at this point. It's just whether I can pick that squad up. But then
You'll
they're
have
left
3 attacks,
in.
mate.
You've got twin kill swords, right?
Yeah, twin,
Yeah,
and I'm on the
3
charge, aren't I?
attacks,
Yeah.
yeah.
With
Dev wounds.
Dev wounds. So, and twin inked.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to reroll. So I'm going to try and be bold, Cotton.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
Pepper.
remind you very quickly, you do have tempting target.
Yeah.
If you do decide to go this way, you might be abandoning the objective.
Yeah, good point. Cool. So just them bad boys.
Okay,
Definitely in.
cool.
And then we'll try to stay this side of the building best we can.
All right, there you go. Oh, I'm sure the Praetorians will be fine.
I imagine they
Absolutely fine.
won't. I imagine they won't be. And do I have anywhere else want to declare charges? I don't think so. I mean, it could be the charge. I might as well roll it, haven't I?
Yeah, you might as well.
No, not a
Does
7.
the truck want to charge? It didn't fall back, so it can
It
charge.
didn't. It stops him getting shot, kind of. Unless you fall back. I might as well. Oh, throw that
So
around.
these are blasts, so I won't be able to shoot you if you're in combat.
So
with me.
he's got big 10. So
Okay.
I'll come all the way around. I'll come all the way and hide, like so.
Mhm.
Gives me some space to disembark then as well. That one did fall back. Nothing. I don't have space anywhere else to do any overcharging. So I'm...
All right, Mozrog.
Oh, big Mozzie Bob. It's
begins
only
like
the one
a
squad of
2.
models he can touch.
Yeah, so there's one
Yeah.
here, basically. Yeah,
It's a
he is
3.
in.
I mean, I don't imagine he's going to be too happy when your Overlord slaps him back.
Quick question, the Knob on Smasher Squig, does that do anything on the charge? I feel like the model
I think
suggests it does,
I
but
feel like he causes a mortal wound on the charge.
Let me double check.
On
for
a
you.
roll.
yeah.
Luckily, see who gets there fastest. It's me.
No!
Add one. No, so he just gets anti-vehicle monster free up and +1 to hit roll for his
Okay.
unit. So he
Cool.
doesn't do anything. Yeah.
Where would you like to begin?
You don't have enough to interrupt, do you?
No.
So let's start. Well, I've got the Knob on Smash Squid loaded up on my phone, so let's start with him and his big unit into the king himself.
All right,
Actually,
I will.
I'm going to start with the 3, actually, because obviously if I kill the menhir off,
So I will point out here that currently of these 3, only one can hit. Because you can't go through the wall and you can't go through the base of the Bortrike.
well, and you've kind of based me out a little bit, have you?
Well, it wasn't
You've only got
intended.
to be in base of base, haven't you?
Yes, but you're not in base currently. But if you do fight with this unit first, you will kill the men here before you kill the king.
I know.
And then
So let's start,
potentially...
let's start with the little squiggy squig.
Yeah,
Just in case, that one attack that could
just
you know.
because you've got massive bases, you see, that's the problem.
Sorry, just do you mind if we get a little bit of a closer up on that and can you just point it because it's not very clear from the top down.
Yeah, so essentially, the width of this Beast Snagger base is too big to pass the gap between this building,
So Michael nudged the
And
terrain a
this
little bit.
Death Killer. which means that because this Beast Snagger is not in base contact with the men here, these models are not able to fight because they're not in base contact with a unit that is a model that is also in base contact with the enemy.
Of course, so that's obviously a change from what we've previously been used to
In previous editions,
editions. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Can I-
my salty rolls will begin. So I'll start with the Squig Hogjaw and Saddle Gits.
So I will make
Yeah,
myself minus
you
1 damage.
spent your -1 damage. Cool, so I am hitting on 4s with my sustains, another there. They're not lead, so it doesn't matter, it's not going down. He's strength 7, so nothing from that one.
Who is this? Sorry.
It's just a singular squig.
Oh, this guy here?
Yeah, fighting into
Okay,
a minute.
right.
Yeah, just thought I'd get his attacks out of the way with. So this one's on freeze with no sustained, and then this is anti, so on 4s,
Okay.
just 1.
Just a 1 AP.
AP 1.
Well, I mean, that'll do it.
And
Damage.
that's 2 damage.
2 damage, so down to 1.
Is that with the extra attacks, Chris?
That was, yeah.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, happy. Right, so he's done that.
Okay.
So now we'll do the big blob. So, because I've still got that one on my phone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
We've got enough dice. So, jaws and saddle bits. Hitting now on freeze, because they are being led this unit,
Right.
with 6s.
Do they not hit on 3s normally? Or is this the...
That's the normal attack.
Oh, okay,
But this is the extra
beast.
attack. Yeah, it's the
This is
extra
the
attack
pig.
just because it's there.
So the pigs are taking a bite.
Pigs are taking the bite and one goes back in. And the saddle gets are kind of whirring their little hands around a little bit.
Oh, yeah. They're just grabbing the Silent King.
Just doing stuff. Stroke 7. So 5s and 6s.
5 and 6s.
So that's 4, 5.
Any AP?
AP the 1.
AP 1?
AP 1.
Well, I've failed 2 more.
That's 2 damage piece.
1, I assume, so... Men
That's 2
here
damage piece.
goes...
So it would have been 4.
Yes, but it's -1 damage.
you are.
Yeah. So 1 goes over to the king.
Sad noises from me. So 1, 2, think it was just this again, wasn't it? 3,
Fair few attacks from these guys.
4, 5, and then I've still got the knob to do afterwards, being a dude. So this is now 2. Get rid of the 1s.
Okay, good number of 1s there, Kris.
Yeah, shame I don't have rerolls like you.
Yeah.
2 go back in.
Sorry, just while you're doing that, I'm just going to address a question in the chat.
So this is strength 6 lance. So 4s, but anti-monster and vehicle.
We'll come back. We'll come back to that.
So it doesn't matter anyway. So it's always the 4s. And this is -1 again.
So 2 more go through.
So was 2, down to 1 each.
Down to 1 each. So I've taken 3 wounds.
Oh, we're tickling them.
All right, guys, can I just jump in for a second? So there's a bit of discussion about who can and can't fight, and whether the unit of squig riders can fight through the is it war trike?
Yeah, the Death Killer war trike.
So they can't, because in order to fight, you have to either be in engagement range yourself, or within base-to-base contact with another model within your own unit, which is. So you can't daisy chain through other units. It's something which is covered quite extensively in the Academy course, isn't it? Might you pull in a little bit more about that than I do?
Yeah, so the Academy covers a whole host of different things, and one of those things is making sure that you've got a really strong hold on your core rules. So like that interaction, for example. And then, of course, we do go further with various other tactics involved in those phases. But yes, you won't ever get rules like that wrong.
But it's the more complex things like that, isn't it? That aren't necessarily immediately obvious on a first reading. And you do benefit from joining the Academy, which is next week.
Yeah, pre-order next week. Link in the description.
Awesome. All right.
Maybe I need to become a student. Right, so big chopper coming from the Knob on Smasher Squid. So this is now hitting on 2s with 6s exploding. So 2 back in, 1 out. This is wounding on 3s. So
that's quite good.
Slightly better, and they're all at -1, please.
-1, so 3s. We'll keep consistently rolling these 1s and 2s.
2 damage down to 1 each.
Okay, so
2 more
another
wounds.
2. So I've got 11 left.
He's tanking it, and then 3 extra attacks coming in on 3s, just the 1 actually, and just the 1 at -1.
Okay, another 3 up.
Cool, now that's 2 damage down to 1.
Come on, Silent King.
So that's that big knob of squigs, that's that big blob done, so obviously I can't activate the next 2 yet because no charge, so it's going to be
Moz and the Mega Knobs.
The Mega Knobs and the truck and all the other good stuff. So War Boss in Mega Armor first of all, because again I've got him loaded up. Adding 1 to the hit roll, happy days. So 2, 4, 5 on 2s, 1 back in. Strength was 12.
Cool, 2s.
Oh well, 13. And 2s.
AP.
2.
That's 4 dead. I'll save you rolling and remove the last one.
Thank you. Well, yeah, good point.
Because you have 5 more Mega Knobs to go. There.
Only slightly overkill. I will do the truck. So, you want that.
Cool.
This is strength 7, so just the 1, I assume, and no AP.
Just the 1, I'm fine.
Cool, and then the Wrecking Ball. 1 back in. This is strength 10, so just the 1 at no AP.
I'm okay.
Cool. And finally, last but not least, Big Moz. So he will be critting on 5s.
Okay.
Because he charged. So big Chompers Jaws first of all. So on 3s, with 1 going back in. Strength 8.
Is this with the extra attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strength 8.
Toughness 5.
Cool.
So that's, these are crits. So they're devil wounds, is that right?
Oh, it's a very good question. Was it?
Crits and 5s when
critical wounds, yeah.
So 2 are just dead, and then AP
2.
AP 2, so 2 more dead. So 4
Dead out of that lot.
dead. Immortals.
6. 7.
3, 4. 3, 4.
Does he critical wound on 5s as well, or is it just
It's
critical?
So yeah, he critical
wounds.
wounds on 5s.
It's not critical hits, it's critical
Yeah, I've
wounds.
got it
Okay.
mixed up.
No, I got myself confused there.
So this is 2s with 6s exploding.
Very nice.
Just the 1. Strength 8.
So 3s.
So just the 3 armor saves and
3 armor
1
saves.
dead.
Does he have dev wounds? I don't think he does. I think it's just the squig, right?
You're absolutely right.
So it's 4 saves.
4 saves at -1. Mate.
-1, so that's AP 0 now because of Xeris.
Within a little range.
Don't worry, though, I failed 2 anyway. So
two more
1, 2. So we lost 6 immortals. Very good.
Sweet. You get to activate now.
I do. Naturally, I'm going to go with the king. And the king...
Right, the truck's only got the 1 wound.
Yeah, it makes sense to hit the truck.
Because you do still have no prisoners. Try not to lean on this table too hard and flip it.
Well, you're leaning on the other side, so I'm all right. And we've got 3 wounds left on this beast snagger.
No, but you do have
the
12 attacks.
beast boss, and I have 12 attacks. So I'm going to go with the safe bet, because I need to get rid of this no prisoners card. I'm just going to go for the bike.
Oh, killy dokily.
Which might be boring, but I don't know that... Although you don't have -1 to wound.
No.
On your boy,
Could
but
activate it.
I'm only strength 8.
So you're wounded on 5s at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm going to go for 6 on each.
I will activate on the trike.
Okay, -1 to wound on the trike.
-1 to wound on the trike. I reckon the beast boss can tank it.
Okay.
I reckon the trike's going to suffer a bit more.
Trike. So we've got 2 lethal, I reroll 1s, and then this will be 3s goes to 4s for the trike, right? -1 to wound?
Yeah, he's tougher 6, yeah.
Yes, so 3 saves on the trike on your...
Minus slots, wasn't it?
Minus enough, yes, on your invulnerable.
5 ups. I've got no CP to worry about, so 2
damage.
2 damage, so I need 2 4s.
You need 2 4s to
There's the first one.
really irritate me.
And this is going to be a 5.
Probably, yeah.
No, it's a 1.
Okay,
so he finally dies,
dead.
and I imagine he attempts to blow up.
No idea.
No, and he doesn't not blow up. So you have killed the trike. You finally killed something.
I have finally
killed
killed
you have
something.
killed 1 squig.
I did kill a squig earlier, you're correct. All right, good, so we get no prisoners.
And now another 6 going into...
Yes, into the squig
Boss
beast boss. Reroll those 1s. Some 6s would be nice, no, but they do all hit. And then strength 8.
This is now toughness, so yeah,
5s,
6s as we discussed. Oh no, sorry, yeah, it's 5s.
Never mind.
Cool.
How disappointing.
Made the right bet. It was close. It was a close one for the trike to survive for that CP.
Yeah.
You get to hit me
Your
back here
beast
on the
boss as well. So your beast boss would go next.
Oh, of course he would.
He's still in combat.
Yeah. So beast boss. So 2 is extra attacks first. We've already spoken about his abilities, and we know that he gets something here. So on force, with adding 1 back in, so I'll leave that there.
Okay.
Strength is 8. So
Is he dev wounds?
this is dev wounds. So that one's 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Strength.
it's 8. So yeah, nothing. So it's just 3 dev wounds,
Okay,
isn't
3 goes down to 2. So I've taken 8
it?
wounds.
And then 6, 7, and then his normal attacks. Not that. Stick 2
Pretty
back in. Yeah. This is 4s. And vehicle.
Anti-vehicle 4+, yes.
So that many at -1, please.
-1, 3s.
Not too bad.
dear.
2 damage apiece.
Down to 1 each. So it's another 5 there.
2 survives. How many's
So
he
we've
got
got
left?
5 left. 5 left, yeah. There's 11. He's got 16 total.
That's not too bad.
Cool.
You get to hit this truck.
Yes, and I'll get to hit this
Big
Mozrog as well. So into the truck, how many Lich Guard are there?
1, 2, 2, plus the Overlord, but obviously you've got some piling in if you so desire.
I do indeed, and I do desire. So
I'd prefer if you didn't.
make sure we get the objective. And then he's already as close as possible. So there's 5 Lich Guard?
Yeah.
5 Lich Guard, 15 attacks. No rerolls available.
Toughness is 8.
Toughness 8, so 5s. We do get 3 wounds.
This is better than last time.
Yeah, tell me about it. So there you go, -2. So Waaagh.
So all 3 are going to go through.
Then Imhotep, the Stormlord. No wounds, because he's only strength 6.
He's taken 3 wounds. That's Alice.
Disappointing.
Moth.
The Immortals.
Gets to try and slap some Mozzie.
So I do still have +1 to wound against you. Yep.
And that's for your poverty oath.
That's for my Poverty Oath, you're right. I'll do the Lord first, because that's the more impactful one.
Likely one to do the
2s
job.
to hit. And then
Tough
strength 6, I believe. Overlord, strength 8. So 5s,
Still
4s.
fives. Nice.
So that
Ooh, he
is
fancies it.
3 saves at -3.
So 4 ups. Let's have it.
-4 actually, but yeah.
Still 4 ups. Damage?
Damage 2 each.
2 each.
Good
So
man.
he is dead?
No, he takes 6.
Oh no,
He takes 3 more.
he takes
rather.
3 more, yeah.
So he's taken 6 now. How many does he have
got-
total?
I think it was 9, wasn't it? I can't remember. He starts with 9, yeah. So he's got 3 left now.
Okay, so the Immortals, 2 attacks each, hitting on 3s. No rerolls. They do have rerolls of 1 because of the enhancement. I'll check whether it's shooting only though. So Eternal Conqueror. It doesn't even give you rerolls of 1. So that was just from the
So
king.
you've just been cheating for
No, it was from the
2
king.
turns. Oh, okay.
It's from the king.
Yeah,
He gives them the rerolls. So those
10
hit.
still.
I've got +1 to wound, and I'm strength 5, so 2 wounds. And these are AP 1 because of
AP's
Xeris.
on 1, so I'm on my 4s.
Good man.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. Good work. I'll take everything I can get.
He's got 2 wounds left.
Uh,
Do you want to just put
how
him on?
how many has he got total?
9 all in. So
9 all in. So
Just,
he's got
just put 2
3
there.
left. 2 left. 2 left.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So Mosrock has 2 left. I'm happy with that. I think we've
That's
done
it.
everything.
We are now
That's it.
done.
At the end of that phase, I
Yep.
am going to Resurrection Orb the Immortals.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring back D6 for 3.
Big 3.
Doesn't really matter where I go.
It's the battle of durability.
Battle of durability. Who's going to die first? And yeah, you can continue with your.
Cool. So
turn.
points wise, I get a tempting target.
So 5 for tempting target.
Score that. No prisoners. So I killed
The Praetorians.
the Praetorians. Many doesn't count at that point.
No,
Oh, sad noises.
2 points. I will also get 2 points for no prisoners because I have killed the bike.
Awesome. So that's 2 points for Mike and 7 for Chris.
Alrighty.
Happy days. So that is the end of the Waaagh. No more invulnerables there.
Oh yes, of course, because you call it at the start of the battle round.
Yep.
I went first.
So I'll
Yeah.
gain 1 CP.
I will go up to 2 CP,
Suspicious, but okay.
and I'll draw some cards. Card number 1 is Area Denial,
Tough cookie.
and the other one is Overwhelming Force,
Natural objective, isn't it?
which is kill people on objectives.
Or kill people. Okay.
Entirely possible.
So you want to just kill that anyway, don't you? Because Aerodonal.
Area Denial doesn't look.
What was it? Aerodonal's within 3 and 6 enemy.
Yeah, have my guys within 6.
Sorry, Mike, how many primary have you scoring?
So I'm going to score 1, 2, so 10 points on
10
primary.
points on primary.
Yeah, 10 points on primary.
Thank you.
Yeah, Area Denial, Overwhelming Force. So leave that with me. I'll do some reanimations and then I'll do some movement.
Sorry, that was overwhelming force and. Sorry, Mike. Overwhelming force and. Area denial. Thank you. I was sneezing so loudly over here. Right. We're on the top down. They are muted.
Right.
How are we feeling? I mean, this is a weirdly resilient army. Sorry, the Orks specifically are weirdly resilient. And Necrons are also kind of getting back up, but we expect that of them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know who's really pulling. I mean, Mike's doing really well with scoring. He's still getting his primary points here, which is good. Still scoring his secondaries. Even though that was a pretty good turn from Kris, to be honest.
It was. And again, this is another turn of Mike's damage, perhaps
It is. Don't worry, we fixed it, guys. How about that? Yep. Any better? Are we better?
I'm not sure Seb broke the mics. I think perhaps Jordan broke the mics.
Yep. Let's not feed Mandy's comment. It's a ritual at this point. Hey, no, it's not your headphones, Tim. Don't worry. Yeah, press F to blame George. Yep, exactly. I'm not going to press F just in case I break something else. So let's keep it. At least we're back, and at least we're all good.
Yeah.
So let's actually talk about something. So we were talking before. Well, just as they went back on to do their movement, is how the end of the war is actually going to affect the game now. So losing the war.
These guys are trolling us in chat.
I know.
That's
I
enough.
know. Listen, stop with the yes. Whoa, Billy. I'm disappointed.
So yes. So what we were saying there is that the extra protection from the wire is now over. And although Mike's damage has been pretty below what you would have expected for the last couple of turns, this is the turn to kind of turn it round. And even though that he hasn't been able to remove any meaningful assets yet, they should start crumbling at this point.
Yep.
I'm going to label any crumbling analogy, any Tomb King's analogy, because
I know, mate.
We all know that right now we should be playing with teeny tiny skeletons on square bases.
Well, we're playing on circle bases instead today, so yes, Dante, I'm disappointed in you for turning the chat against me. To be fair, that was actually Mandy.
It was also very well done because I believed it.
Yeah. To be honest, F in the chat instead of L in the chat it's F in the chat. But yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see how well Kris can roll this turn because he's still got his Feel No Pains.
Still got his Feel No Pains, yeah, but hopefully not having to go through a double damage gate should give Mike a little bit more resilience.
Exactly. And I think the big thing here as well is that Kris has actually tied up a few things in combat. So now Mike has to fall back to actually start doing some stuff. So like, for instance, the Lich Guard at the bottom now only have the target of the truck. Yeah. So they're only really going to hurt the truck this turn.
Yeah, well, it looks like they might be ready for us.
Oh, actually ready? Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time to be alive?
I've done a little bit of moving. My hated target is the Meganobs.
Yep.
So I'm going to get +1 to wound against them with any Triarch, Overlord or Lich Guard units. The Immortals are Overlord units, so I'm going to get +1 to wound with the Tesla against them, which should hurt considerably. We'll see. Xeris is coming out to play. I forgot to charge him last turn. I will not forget this turn. So he's going to get involved. Step back from Mozrog just so my shooting against him is a bit better. I've stepped out with the Destroyer, just get a few extra shots just to try and get rid of him, and I can charge him later with the Immortals if necessary. Praetorians are hiding in this building. I'll leave one on top so you can remember that they're there. The Doomstalker stood still, and that about sums it up. I passed Battle Shock on the King.
You didn't.
And he has, of course, gone for those reroll ones to hit and wound. Again, because it's the best option, frankly.
It's cunning and brutal.
It is. So shooting. Shooting time. I will kick off with this Locust Destroyer, who's going to take 3 pot shots.
It's going to take on the Moz.
Taking 3 pot shots at the Moz. 6s are lethal, and I get 1 hit with that 3. It does not wound.
Cool. So just a 1 arm save.
1 save there. It's -2.
-2. No benefit cover.
You can have cover. I think you've only got a.
I mean,
4
it's still
anyway.
a 4 up anyway, so there
Cool,
it is.
you're absolutely fine. So we're just trying to get through those dice.
Yeah. Okay.
As quickly as possible.
Let me just move these dice over here because my toilet dice are staying over near me.
The Immortals now will shoot into the Meganobs.
I will do the -1 to wound.
Okay, very good.
To cancel out your +1 to wound.
Yeah, it's not very nice of you getting rid of my detachment ability with your strap, but
it's not very nice of you making me spend CP.
Yeah.
So swings and roundabouts.
I'm going to use my battle tactic for free.
Oh,
so I get crits on 5s.
Okay.
Because that's basically the gimmick with this army. So 20 shots.
That's all 5s. Let's not see many 5s. That'd be nice.
I'm within 6 of the king, so I'll reroll those 1s. Okay. And then the 6s, 5s and 6s are sustained 2. So I'll need 16 extra dice.
2, 4,
Get rid of that
6,
2 over there.
8, 10.
14.
So you need
And I'll chuck these 2 in.
2 more. There we go.
So that's those.
Alright.
If you wouldn't mind loading me up.
Call me big boy.
I absolutely will not.
I'm not going to load you up then.
Can someone please clip that?
Yeah. It's happening. I'll sort it.
Right, you are on an objective, so I can reroll all of my wound rolls.
Okay.
I have +1 to wound, -1 to wound.
Yeah, and I'm tough
so
on
I'm
6.
back on 5s. Thankfully, I rolled a lot of them. So those are all successful wounds. And then
Quite obnoxious.
these were failed wounds, weren't they? Wow,
If they weren't, they are now.
that was quite obnoxious, actually.
There's 1-4 at the top limit.
Yeah, thank you.
All
you
of
go.
that
Yes,
at minus.
-1 because Xeris is there.
Cool. So I'm on a free up. Load me up,
Yep.
little man.
There you go, big boy.
You've lost the title. So free ups.
Free
So
ups.
This isn't going to look good. They are free win space. It's better than I thought. I'm going to take out the
wasn't bad.
fails because there looks like far less of them.
Cool. So we killed 2.
Damage.
Damage 1 each.
Cool. Yes, 2 dead.
Excellent. So 2 Meganobs gone.
2 of the finest.
2 of the finest of your Meganobs.
Make that charge a little bit bigger.
Xeris himself will then shoot them. 3 shots.
Little leg man.
3s. I do reroll the 1s. Come on, Xeris, what are you doing?
Never roll a 1.
Strength 9. Won't wound you 1 or 2. Buddy, come on. Come on, what are we playing at here?
Call him big boy and it'll work.
Right.
Yeah, he wants you to ignore the fact he's only got little legs, big torso, upside down to
The Doomstalker can see you. So the
Which one?
Doomstalker, this one right here.
Okay.
So D6 +1, 7. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
3s to hit you because it stood still. Okay. Come on, Mr. Doomstalker. Strength 14, so 3s because you're -1 to wound. So that's 4 saves. It's -3, but you do have cover.
4 ups. I'm going to roll them ones. Let's get my toilet dice. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, it's damage 3 each.
Cool, so 3 dead. So
Oh,
just
right.
a war boss
No.
chilling beans.
This is the damage I was hoping for.
Well, I'm glad you're wasting it now.
I'm glad it's coming in turn 3. Right. Okay. I'm happy with that. He's got a feeling of pain in the Waaagh, but there's no Waaagh.
There's no war.
There's no Waaagh, so he doesn't have a feeling of pain. How many wounds has he got? If you could check for me, please.
6.
6 wounds. Okay.
It's a bold shout. Let's double check it.
Good work, Cotton.
I like it when I am right. It's 7 wounds though.
No.
Oh, so you weren't right then. The king will fire his indirect at those grots to try and remove control of that objective. I will then also fire my Scepter of Glory at...
It keeps changing name every turn. We've had Stars, Eternity, and now Glory.
Look, man, he's got several staffs. Okay, the Scepter of Eternal
Does he
Glory.
just go into a closet and pick which one for the...
Yeah, they're all in the back. You see, the Scepter of Eternal Glory will go into the Beast Boss.
Yep.
Because it's strength 10, and then the lots of. I've got no Annihilator beams because the menhirs are dead.
They are indeed dead. So no,
They're not in the back.
Yeah. So cool. I guess we'll roll with that then.
Cool. What are we starting with?
The Scepter of Eternal Glory. So 2 shots, hit on 2s. They are hitting on 3s because you're in combat with me. So one of those misses, and then strength 10.
4s? Not
No,
that.
it's really looking for a 6 because it's dev wounds and 3 damage. So that's that, and then we've got 12 shots. Can I have some dice, please, Kris?
Let me select which one. How many do you want from me?
6
though?
more,
You
please.
want 6 more.
All right, thank you. Okay. And then this is hitting on 3s because it's indirect, and I'm in combat. Reroll the 1.
Okay.
And then 2 to wound these grots.
Yeah, poor little grot grots.
Rerolling the 1s. So that many grots,
all of that
I think.
at minus lots. They start on a 7. So
It's
minus
minus 1.
2,
So he cancels out cover.
yeah, so sadly, they did.
Cool. All right. Sounds good to me. And they were on an objective. So that's the king done, Xeris done, those immortals done, this guy done. time to fire this
Sorry.
Doomstalker.
Mike, just to clarify, is that 2 units you killed the Injector? Because you've killed the Mega Knobs now, haven't you?
Yes, it would be 2. So I will max that one.
Yeah, because it becomes 2 units at the moment that you kill everything but the leader, yeah?
Yes,
Cool.
absolutely, absolutely. So next is this Doomstalker, and this guy can either shoot these, or I can shoot Mozrog.
Decisions.
Because I could charge into the middle, or I could charge Mozrog with the Immortals. And the Immortals are more likely to kill Mozrog. Do you have any CP?
I do not.
No CP, so you can't make -1 to wound. I'd still be +1 to wound against the boss. Has he got an invuln? 5 up,
No.
probably a 5 up.
I don't think it does.
You have Aero Denial as well.
Oh, he's
don't
got 5 up.
And I have Area Denial. This is the thing, right? So what I'm going to do is Mozrog can stay alive for the moment.
There's a lot of chatting and not a lot of fighting. Come on.
Look, I'm going to
That's
make
proper orc
decisions
there.
here, all right? Likely to kill Mozrog's
Stop
not
being cunning.
high.
Get more brutal.
I like it.
Yeah, so I'm going to fire the Doomstalker at these 3 pigs over
Cool.
here.
Hopefully that's a wasted amount of shooting.
Well, that's not very nice of you, is it?
I'm not very
2
sportsmanship.
shots. I've got 2 CP.
BT by name, not by nature.
I've got 2 CP. I'll spend 1 CP to re-roll the number of shots.
Oh, 1, please.
There we go. So 6 shots. 3s to hit you. Toughness 7.
6 or 7. Yeah.
So 2s to wound you. No re-rolls on the 1, sadly. How irritating. 2 saves, please. It's AP 3 and 3 damage.
AP 3, but I'm going to get the benefit of cover.
You will
because
indeed.
you can't see him. So I need 6s.
Yep. What's your base save?
4.
Okay.
So there's the 1/6.
3 damage.
And then some feel no pains. So this one's going to be alive.
Yeah, you're right. So 1 with 2 wounds. This is unbelievable, Chris. I don't know how you're doing this to me. I hate it.
You've got to talk
Absolutely
to the
hate
dice
it.
to make them, feel special.
You're
Sometimes
right.
you've got to whisper.
You're right. Okay. Okay.
I hope I play you this weekend.
Charge phase.
I mean, you're still in a good, strong position. You're just getting salty towards the dice, and I can't help that.
So I'm going to send the Immortals into the Mega Boss.
Cool. They're going to fail that charge.
I want points. Well, they may well
They're going to
do
get
that.
3. No.
They didn't get 3, Chris. You need to stop lying. All right.
It's all about believing, and that's what the orcs base life on, isn't it? If they, if they believe in it enough, it happens.
Sure.
It's kind of
It's the power of the one.
collective
What do you say?
psychosis.
What do you
Yeah.
say, Chris?
Yeah.
And then Xeris will charge the big squad
Okay.
of pigs. So he's going to go
What did you just call them?
over here.
You just call them pigs.
Piggly wiggly.
And they're hogs, not pigs.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
worse than
Well,
assuming their
Pretty
gender.
sure they're pigs. The Doomstalker will charge the truck.
Oh, he's on the move.
We'll
You'll
see
be
if
all right on a
I
7.
think 7 gets in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. I will stomp
yeah.
on you. I'm not actually going to do any damage. I just want him on the objective. So you can't step out onto it. Right. Combat.
All right then. All right then. Petal.
Let's obviously start with your
Okay then.
war boss. I guess I'll pile
He's
some
doing some
stuff
warring,
in.
some bossing.
So we're at 1, 2. I'm just going to do the character first. So 3 attacks with his Void Scythe.
Scythe neck.
3s to hit. I hit with all of them. Strength 12.
He is toughness 6.
3 wounds. It's AP 3.
Okay, so I'm on 5s.
AP 4 actually, but you've got an invuln.
Okay, but I'm still on 5s. So all 3 are going to go through.
That's 9 damage.
So and he doesn't get any feel no pains because
Cool.
he's not beast snaggery. So unfortunately he does die, and I don't think he fights on death on a roll or anything negative.
You
so-
also lose 1 CP, Chris.
Oh well, lucky I'm on no CP, so
Yeah.
I lose nothing.
Well, I tried.
And God loves a try.
Xeris rather. So Xeris into combat with the pigs. Are any of these pigs wounded? They're not, are they?
No.
So Xeris, 4 attacks.
Some good ones there.
Hitting on 3s, reroll the 1s for the king.
Why?
Why?
Okay, we still get 1. And then strength 9, so 3s.
So threes.
Reroll the 1 for the king. 2 wounds there. It's AP3. I don't believe you get a save.
So I'm not
against
going to
that.
get a save, but I will get my Feel No Pains.
Damage 3 each. So your first one, please.
Yup. So he's alive with 1 wound.
Have they got a 5 up?
They've got a 5 up. And the next one. So you might kill a piggy pig. Oink oink. Yeah, you killed a pig.
Great, I killed 1.
You just killed Pepper.
He does have some stabby legs.
Oh, he's going for the spit roast barbecue, is he?
Nothing fancy on the 6s. But I do roll this
Toughness
one.
is 7, if it makes any
That was a
difference.
5. It's strength 6, so you got 4 saves there at AP1.
4 saves at AP1, so some big 5s. So just the 2. Damage, 1
One
piece.
each. One each.
Cool, and some 5s again, please. So just the 1.
So
So
you've
one's got
another
2
wound.
wounds left.
Excellent.
Got a little. Oh, I've got 1.
No, get one yourself.
Wow, Michael.
Right.
No wonder your brother chose to move out.
One of your units then. Oh, the Stalker. I thought you were going to be nice to me this game.
You're being rude.
Whatever led you to that assumption?
This is the first and last time Michael wants to play me
Unbelievable.
on stream, and I'm spitting because I'm so excited.
Right.
We're all having good fun.
You spit when you're excited, do you, Kris?
the Doomstalker apparently can hit you.
Toughness 8.
and
He
wound
can
you
he can
twice.
wound me twice.
There you
AP?
go. AP nothing.
Okay. I don't even know what his base save is.
Probably a 4.
When Steve's away, we have all the fun. It is a 4, so yeah, truck.
Cool,
The
fine.
Truck cares not for your.
Yeah, over to you.
So I get to fight once against the king before you activate with the king.
Yes.
So I will start with the blob of boys, hoggy, pigs, and knob into the king, I think.
I
Because
will -1 damage.
all right then. God. You tell me off. So no extra attacks.
Good.
Hitting on the 2s. Wounding on the 4s. State of that. We've already come to the conclusion that this has nothing.
Oh, okay.
And he saves it. Well, you'll be pleased to know I've got some extra attacks. And nothing from that. Oh, knob on Smasher Squig. You let me down. So I've got 4 hoggy hogs, piggy pigs.
Yep.
Tickling you.
Those guys, yep.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Maths and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is the normal little saddle gets once again on the 3s. 2 go back in though for sustain. So these boys performing. This is only strength 6 though. Toughness?
Toughness of the king is 10.
Cool, so 5s and 6s.
Is
So
the-
all of that at -1, please.
The bitey guys, is it? Just
Yeah, this is just their friends.
So 3s, fail 2.
2,
They go down to 1 damage each.
yeah, 1, 2,
So I have 5 wounds remaining.
4, and the normal boys. So on the 2s, no 6s unfortunately, and this is 4s again.
Okay.
There we go. Still just tickling the king.
This AP1 and
AP1 still, damage 2.
I'm okay.
He loves it that time, doesn't he?
Tickling the king.
Tickling the king. Obviously the king will go next.
Yeah.
And he's going to put all of his attacks into the beast boss on Squigosaur.
Is it -1 to hit because he's tickled?
It
Only
might-
if his jester is laughing.
Ah, knew it. Knew there was another rule.
And Jake isn't here today, so no
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
He was in a chat.
he is -1 to hit, yes, you're right. Because he's been tickled.
Ah,
Vigorously
see, I knew
tickled.
It. Knew it.
Oh, you're all right. Yeah.
And where can you learn that, Mike?
On the academy, but it says here as well that 1 to 6 wounds remaining is -1 to hit. So 3.
So you can either pay for the academy or the book or both.
Ideally,
the academy.
both would be a good idea. Yeah. So you've got 3 lethal there, which is nice. 2s do miss. I reroll the 1. That's another lethal for you. Strength 8, so 5s. Reroll the 2 1s. And another 1. So 5 saves on your invulnerable, sir.
Oh.
Okay. So 3 go through.
3 go through because I can't do maths in my head. Damage is
2 each.
numerous,
so
isn't it?
6.
1.
4 up, feel no pains, Kris. Now, on average, you do die. I appreciate
So how many wounds
you.
have I got left?
You got 3 left.
Oh, well, I'm fine, aren't I? Down to the pit.
Okay.
And does he blow up? He does not.
Oh, I saw a 6.
And you can have your guy there.
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
Oh, you're really
I'm surprised you
welcome.
didn't yeet him across the room.
He doesn't want to walk home.
I'll do that after the stream. So, the Lich Guard in your truck. Your truck can hit me if you so wish.
Wrecking Ball misses. And then the other one, I think that all missed.
Cool. How many Lich Guard do I have there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 Lich Guard. 18 attacks. No rerolls available. We're looking for 5s to wound. We have 4 wounds. AP2.
B2 on my invulnerable.
Yeah, good work.
So just
It's not even an invuln, it's just a 6-up save. You just smashed it.
cool.
So 1 damage, and then an attack.
He did take some wounds earlier, I think.
Yeah, he took 3 earlier.
Okay, so he's up to 4.
So he had 7. So
Yeah, and I
he's
took that one
6
counter
left.
that I was using because you told me to get one myself.
Yeah.
You have a red dice.
You can have one of these.
So
I didn't wound you with an attack because he's got a little stick. Right.
Shame him.
So
That's a respectable
that's it. I will get area denial, wholly within 6 of the centre there. So I get area denial for 5, overwhelming force.
How much do
4,
I have to be clear on?
5.
I just have to be.
Not wholly within 6, which you are not.
I'm not.
So 10 points on the
that was a big-
secondaries.
That was a big one for you because you've taken me off the secondary primaries in places.
So how many primary do you score?
I just have the one
So-
because unfortunately I don't have anything to stick in my home objective.
So I think,
5
in
primary
hindsight,
for Orks.
probably worth putting the Storm Boys on there.
Yeah, I should have brought one.
Just 'cause
I
of the
I
indirect.
forgot about your indirect.
Yeah.
When you started looking. The same way you forgot to charge. So I mean, it's all fair. It's all it's a learning lesson for me. And I could find that on the academy. So we go to the start of the turn. One objective. I will roll a dice to see if I gain a CP. I still do not. Well done, the Gretchen. Both my trucks. So that truck is now back to full health,
Okay,
and that one has now only taken 3 wounds.
great.
Good chat. And I have nothing else to declare at this point, but I do need to draw some cards, one and all. So, engage on all fronts. Nipped. Overwhelming force. Slightly more difficult.
I have
Potentially.
units on objectives.
Yeah, but I need to kill them.
Yes.
So I will now do some moving shenanigans
Okay.
and do some.
So Chris, just to clear, that was engage on all fronts and overwhelming force for the turn, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, if we mute the guys and go back to top down.
Yeah.
Interesting turn.
Mike is killing it with the points right now.
Well, he is. And a lot of that was about good target selection. You know, that
Yeah.
the Orks are still proving, I would imagine, frustratingly difficult to kill.
Yeah.
But by focusing everything off the middle objective, you know, even if that was all he killed, that would have maxed both of his objectives for killing 2 units.
Yeah.
Now, he actually killed a 3rd unit as well.
Yeah.
But just another good example there of, you know, good target priority, kind of mitigating for some slightly unfortunate dice rolls, or
Yeah,
fortunate for Chris's perspective.
Yeah. Exactly. And he does still have the entire Flash Skits unit inside that truck.
Yeah,
As
and
well as
some
a
more
Beast
Storm
Snagger,
Boys as
and
well.
some Storm Boys and some more Beast Snagger boys, because they're still in that truck at the top corner there.
I mean, Chris definitely has a lot of assets remaining. Although he is starting to fall behind on points, as he mentioned. You know, going
Yep.
down to 5 primary this turn. I think he got 10 last turn.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Mike's fairly consistent at scoring 10 to 15. It could prove decisive. There's not that many turns left of the game.
No, exactly, and I think it's key this turn for Chris to actually kill as much as possible, and to make this his damage dealing turn, which is a shame because that's what you want your Waaagh to be doing, really. However, he used it in this situation as more of a defensive.
Which was absolutely the right call.
Exactly.
Because he
Exactly.
could have very easily found himself just blown off the table.
Yep.
Um,
Exactly, and I think that just shows the how to look at an ability in 2 different ways, right?
Absolutely. And that,
So
what's going to be quite interesting here is what he does with his home objectives. He can either kind of bring in some of his own reserves to kind of backfill it, or, you know, maybe use that truck down the bottom just to kind of advance over and score his home objective.
Yeah.
But that looks like more than, 11 inches, 12 inches to me, so he's probably going to need to advance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I mean, yeah, he's looking. He's not in the worst position here. He's got he's got engage on all fronts and overwhelming force. He's going to score engage quite easily.
I think he's already in 3/4 before he brings on his reserves, so
exactly,
should easily do that.
Yeah.
And
then overwhelming force, and Mike's whole army is practically on objectives right now.
So whatever he kills, he's going to score. Yeah.
Exactly. I think the only one, he has thrown some squig bombs here by the looks of it, and brought the Silent King down to 1 wound with some squig bombs. So the Silent King is not so silent right now because he's just got bombs going off everywhere.
But also probably a unit not standing on objective.
Exactly. But I think it is key to get rid of him.
Oh, absolutely.
I think if
such a force multiplier.
Yeah. And also that indirect is a bit of a pain because basically what we're looking at here is Chris's Gretchen or Grotz have basically, he's lost the ones on his home objective, but he's got 1 more unit left, and he kind of wants that unit to be his holding unit, and it's going to keep potentially getting him some CP, which is important. So, yeah, the Beast Snaggers are out now, though, so that's they're coming out to play.
God, there's just so many of these orcs, aren't there?
This is the thing with orcs, is they have so many models in their army. I mean, it fits the narrative, right? But, I mean, when you look at how durable they are and when they can actually put in some damage, it can be horrendous. Like, it's horrible to face.
Turns out an orc army in your face is...
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well.
Even for combat armies, I find orcs really difficult to deal with. It's one army that if I match up in an event, I'm like, oh, this is going to be rough.
You see, what I would say is I've never had a bad game against orcs. I've lost very many games against orcs.
Yeah.
But I've never not enjoyed myself while it's happened.
And this is the thing: it's not an unenjoyable game. It's more of a, how am I going to deal with this? Because their speed is crazy good. No matter what build you go for, whether you go for the classic orc build, you go for the speed Waaagh builds, or you go for the Beast Snagger Boys build, they are a very fast army.
Yeah, and you got to hit them with your own tar pits. You know, if you don't have access to something that can take it on the chin, then they're just going to run rampant through you.
And you need to weather that Waaagh turn.
Yes,
I think that's the key to it, is to facing orcs. I found is weathering that Waaagh turn and kind of being as cautious as you can, and make sure that you're not giving away too much for your opponent to delete basically with their attacks. Yeah. The one weakness orcs do have though is they don't really have much AP3.
Yeah, so if you have access to a 2-up save and an armor of contempt like ability, then you can really take the teeth out of teeth with an F out of the orcs.
Exactly. So yeah,
turns out Redemptor Dreadnoughts are the answer yet again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know you love your Dreadnoughts, mate.
Well, we were talking about hobby earlier, and I am not a big lover of Space Marines in general.
Yep.
But one thing that the codex did give me was a way to build an army in a way that actually made it interesting for me again, and it's the Ironstorm detachment.
Yep.
Although I don't really love the kind of Marine aesthetic, I do love Dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
And I have tried to run around with 6 in a list, and it may not be the most optimal thing, but it certainly was a fun little hobby project. Yeah. And also, shout out to Colourforge spray paints.
Oh.
That whatever the Dark Angels green one is.
I can't remember what it's the darker one. I know the
Renegade
one
green.
Renegade Green.
Renegade Green.
Renegade Green.
Incredible for painting an entire Ironstorm army.
I will say this, and I'm not saying
short
this
amount
because
of time.
We are sponsored by Colourforge.
We are.
But Colourforge sprays are my go-to. And I never thought of using them before being involved with VT, but I've genuinely completed all my armies now with Colourforge. Well, it goes so far.
The truth is, I never really thought I cared about spray paint.
No.
But actually, when you kind of... It doesn't feel like you're undercoating. It feels like you're applying your first base coat as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've done an entire Seraphon army at the minute, which is all Xenophil highlighted with a
Seraphon and the Lizardman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
You got to remember an old man. Yeah. Back in my day, they didn't come on spaceships. They lived in pyramids.
I'm playing the pyramid Lizardman. Don't worry.
Okay, I've got you now.
So yeah, that's what I've done. But I've done it with green. So I've done multiple green spray cans, and I've already got a base coat and a layer over the top just with 2 spray cans.
Smash a wash on there.
And
Bang on a
dry
square
brush
base.
is-
And-
A square base, exactly. Exactly. Shame they're legends, but yeah. But yeah, I think, honestly, if you can get colourful sprays or you're interested in them, they are fantastic. They truly are. So yeah, definitely have a look at that. But it looks like the flash kits are coming out to play as well.
I'd almost forgotten about them.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of firepower coming out now because I believe they're gonna get a few extra rules now. They're outside of the truck, which is going to be crazy.
I mean,
Crazy
this
good.
could be the turn that the damage simply proves too much.
Well,
We are getting either a flex or a thumbs up, or possibly both. But
I-
let's get back to the table
I hope
and
it's both.
find out.
For you, Crystal, it can be both.
what about me?
We'll talk about it later. So, quite a bit of movement, shenanigans. So, I have got Cunning and Brutal on the Novel Smasher Squid, which allows him to fall back and still do the charge into the Silent King net, so he fell back. During the movement phase, both Squid Hog Boys moved, which normal moves, so they could do their Squid Bombs. Unfortunately, I whiffed the first one, so the Silent King is left with a singular wound. So, I mean, in an ideal world, I might be able to chip that off with some shooting. I'm actually going to try to do some shooting this turn. The Storm Boys that were in Deep Strike, they have to come in, and they've come in on this objective. We were debating whether they were going to come in for the engage on all fronts.
Mozrog
but
passed his
Moz
battle shock.
passed his battle shock, so he was able to swing round. That allows me to take my home objective there, which then allowed the guys that Deep Struck in previously on the Rapid Ingress to poise themselves there, ready to maybe assist on a bit of a charge, just again to put some OC, put some pressure on that centre nonsense. This truck only got a 2 on an advance roll, which then obviously forced me to Deep Strike there because I was hoping he was going to take that objective for me. Disembarked everyone here, so loads of firepower about to open up. Truck fell back, and that is about it. I think Beast Snagger Boys got out there again, staring down the barrel of the Silent King, ready to try and get a charge off maybe. And that truck advanced up just around the top there, just to maybe put some pressure on your home objective in the later turns.
Yes,
So
and I declared an Overwatch.
you did. We need to roll it.
It was a difficult decision. I ended up deciding to fire a Doomstalker, this one, at the big unit of 5 Squig Hogs, just to try and get rid of some.
Because I do have one that's wounded.
Yes, so it's D6 2 plus 2 because of Blast and its own rule for +1. This is 5s. I do get 2, no rerolls sadly, and it is 2s to wound. It's strength 14. So 2, it goes straight through because AP3.
Minus AP3?
Yeah.
That's not very nice, is it?
3 damage on the 2 wounded pig.
Feel no pains.
Yes, so you'll have to do 3
one at a time.
first.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he
Oh dear.
does take a wound.
Yeah. Carry on.
And I imagine this is unfortunately that little winky dead.
Yeah, take him off.
Unlucky, mate.
Get on with your turn, mate.
Take him off.
Get on with your turn, mate. Right. Unbelievable. Cool.
So let's do some shoots. So we will start, as I said, I'm going to try and pip that last wound off the Silent King. So what we are about to witness is the sheer awesomeness, firepower of the Orks firing everything they have. So first of all will be Novel Smasher Squid. Shooting his pistol. Hits on a 5. Doesn't hit.
Can they fall back and shoot as part of
Ooh,
brutal?
probably not. I'm probably just
just
making. I'm probably just making rules
Worth a
up.
check.
Yeah. Also, once you're eligible to shoot and declare a charge.
Excellent.
So get back in your box. I apologise. That was rude of me. How many normal boys do I have left there? Just 3, isn't it?
3, yeah.
Okay.
It's all
Yeah.
in good love, guys. Don't worry.
So this one is. This is their saddle get weapons. This is the little Gretchen doing some shooting. This is
Sure.
4s.
This is an accurate Gretchen.
Actually, it's strength 3.
Okay.
Cool. And then the same again, but this time the stickers. So just that one. And then this is on a 4. So that one at -1, please.
-1.
If you fail this.
He's okay.
Cool. I'm going to shoot all of them boys.
Does one have like a double barrel shot?
No, so I just took all the melee. I didn't see the point of taking the thump gun.
It's a waste of time,
Because
really.
you also then lose 1 set of melee attacks.
Yes.
And, so all the sluggers.
Sometimes the less special weapons you have, the better, because it saves time, and that time you can use for making decisions.
So
Where can you find that?
on 5s. Where can you find that, Michael? That information.
It's on the academy.
So
It's quite funny, right? Because
just the two at no AP.
Chris was thinking he wasn't able to shoot at my Lich Guard, right? Because he'd got out the back of his truck and thought, oh no, I've blocked my chuck in. Until I kind of reminded him that his truck can actually go through his models.
Yeah.
And then...
And I should remember that, as an avid guard player normally, the amount of times I do move through, but
and that's the kind of
vehicles can't
thing-
move through other vehicles and monsters.
You'll easily
like that.
recognise that that's a rule.
But you know, I'm just under pressure. You know, there's a lot of talent in this room, and you know, it's Michael Costello, and he's a bit of a big deal.
Thank
No
you,
AP
Chris.
on them too, mate.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm okay then, if it's no
okay.
AP.
It is no AP. I've got the other 3 piggies.
Mm-hmm.
So Gretchen, still accurate. No, because they're
Probably
strength
not.
like 2, wasn't it? And then the other ones. No, they're 5s. They are 5s.
Depending on whether you're planning to charge me anyway, you could have thrown a grenade. Which,
But
if you have
I
limited
kind of want to
assets-
keep the CP at this
Okay.
point. So I did think about throwing a grenade, but yeah,
Always good to know you've got that option.
yeah, I do want to keep the CP just to stack up the -1 to wound stuff come next. So I think I need the durability coming into my next turn, especially around here potentially. What else do I have that could possibly shoot over here? Storm Boys, and maybe some more. So 2 are in.
Cool.
Oh, so 1 has it, and 1 has wound, -1.
What's this weapon that you're shooting at me?
That's the anti-vehicle sticker thing.
Oh, okay.
So -1.
I'm
Yeah.
okay.
And Storm Boys, I don't have no clue what guns they've got.
Pistols.
I'm going to assume pistols too.
5 pistols.
5 pistols, all hitting on 5s. Accurate. Wounding on
6s.
strength 4. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm toughness 10.
All right, I'll let you off.
I'm okay.
Teased you. Teased you.
You tease me.
Okay. Apart from this big blob of shooting,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to bother shooting his gun over there, his front gun. Good waste of time. Cool. So let's do loads of shooting down here.
Yes.
So,
Right, what rules do you have now that you're not in a truck?
so I have full re-roll of the hits.
Okay.
I have sustained,
Yep.
and that is it.
I do believe you actually get an extra shot because you're shooting the closest target.
I'll check it.
Or is it your -1 to your toughness?
Oh, you think you get that as well if Badrick's near me.
Fear not. I have the rules.
I have an extra shot. You are absolutely correct. I could learn that if I joined the academy. And bad rock minuses 1 to your toughness.
Okay.
I'll just be quiet.
Load me up, big boy.
There you
How
go.
many times am I doing
So
this?
that's 20. So you're going to do that again in a minute.
Cool.
And this is...
So
Fives to
hitting
hit.
on 5s, 6s explode,
Yes. And you can
and I
re-roll
re-roll all of that.
all of it. Yeah, very nice. Did you want lethal? Because you can pop your ammo
I'm
run.
going to keep the CP at
Okay.
this point because I haven't actually told you what I'm shooting into at this point either, which I probably
it's
should have
the
done.
Lich Guard, right?
But I want to kill all the Lich Guards. Yeah.
So you do have an ammo run. So you could just give
it.
yourself lethal if you wanted it.
No, I'll leave it. I might
Okay.
try and keep that for taking something with a bit of higher toughness.
Okay, cool.
That was a 5 that I just knocked.
There you go. And then you got 2 hits there. Do you want to just resolve the wound roll?
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back in. How many of them were 6s, if any?
5, 6s there.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you know.
No, that's all you
Because you
hit.
were touching my dice and stuff. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to help you out. You see.
Trying to speed things up. I wanted to go home early and that.
Well, after you shot a bunch of pistols at the Silent King, yeah.
I don't even know what it is to win. What's their toughness?
Their toughness is now 4 because of Badrock.
Okay, so it's 3s.
So it would be 3s, but your strength is higher than my toughness, so it's 4s again. Because of my
You've got special rules
fancy
and stuff.
rules.
Cool, so all of that, please.
So it's AP1. I think I've probably
Yeah.
got 3, 4 guys in cover. 3,
2.
2. Cool. Okay. Worth a try. So they're both dead now. And then
Good news.
4 up in buns. Oh, good work, Lich Guard. So 5 Lich Guard dead.
Cool. That's all the Lich Guard dead, so all of my...
There should be 6 total. I will get you to roll this just because Imotech's in there as well, and that works slightly differently.
I've got 10 more shots, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
4, 5. And then I've still got bad rock to do as well.
Yeah.
So, 1 explode.
You've got 20 more shots, in fact, so I'll give you another 10 to
Oh,
roll.
yeah, because I've got...
Because you've got 40
So let
total.
me re-roll that, because that's just the re-roll. So,
Oh yeah, that's the re-roll, yeah.
2 back in there,
Yeah.
plus that.
Very nice.
And now
I'll
give me
you
them 10, little man. So 2 more explode, and 1 more there. I don't know.
Have you put the 2 in?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Reroll the hits.
So 2 more, please.
They're doing well.
I need 2 more dice. So let's push this empty.
Yeah, just put those back in.
So
And then to wound, it's
get rid of
4s
those
again.
nice fancy yellow dice that I'm not sure we're supposed to have on camera.
Okay. So you never know. I might roll some saves. Right, this is AP1. I've got 1 Lich Guard left, because you killed 5.
Yep. There's all those 4.
So he's dead.
Excellent news.
And then Imatech has a 2-up save, so now I need to do some 3-ups. So he takes 2 damage. So Badrick might have to kill Imatech if he can.
I think he can.
It's possible.
He fancies it.
Oh, 4 wounds remaining on Imatech.
So, do I want to? How many wounds has he got? 4.
4 wounds remaining.
Toughness? Oh, it doesn't matter because you minus 1 to
is
my.
5. It
you
will
minus
still
1
be
anyway,
minus
don't
1
you?
because it's the
Okay.
same activation.
So, but his invulnerable kicks in on a 4?
He's got 4 pin 1.
On a normal 2?
Normal 2.
Okay, so I'll just stick with the normal. I'm not gonna do it. Does he get an extra shot? I don't think he gets an extra shot at this point, though, does he? No, but he gets to reroll his thingy.
So does he hit on 4s?
Ooh, he hits on 5s.
5s? Okay, so you want to reroll the 4 as well?
Yeah, I do actually.
So 2 hits. And then 4s to wound, nothing. Okay. All right, Imatech lives.
What's it with toughness?
His toughness 5, so down to 4, but I'm still minus 1 to wound because your strength's higher. Because this is all happening in 1 shooting activation.
Yeah. So wouldn't it have been? Oh yeah, 3's up to 4. So I'll let you off. Cool. That was a little bit of a whiff. That's fine.
What strength is his gun?
Strength 7.
Okay, yeah, so that's fine.
I'm feeling salty. I'm feeling unhappy.
You done shooting yet?
I've finished doing shooting now.
Okay.
So should we do some charging?
If you want.
So them into the blob.
Okay. Squig hogs into the Immortals.
So I'll do that.
All right.
And I will do. I'm hoping the weight of dice will pick him off. I'm hoping. So them guys into. I might try and wrap up that bad boy. What's that?
Okay. 6 to get in there.
I've got an 8.
So just that guy, yeah? So that'll get you about there. Okay.
Something like that. He doesn't have monster or vehicle, does he? He's just
just infantry. Yes. He's just a big infantry model.
And even if I charge through there, so he could probably pick that lot up, couldn't he? He's tasting
with
combat.
your 5-up Field of Pains, I don't think he can.
so
he's got 4 damage.
They will declare both. They'll declare both sides and the king himself on a 3. And I don't get any rerolls at this point. So lucky I saved that CP.
Yeah, that won't get you into the.
Cool. So I'm going to have to CP it, otherwise they're wasted. So we're in.
I was hoping for a little gift there, but.
What gift would you like?
So you've not taken any damage on these guys, I don't think. It's this guy that's taken damage.
They should be fine now. That was the one that was marking the one that you just killed.
Was it?
Yeah, the one that you
I
finally
thought
threw.
they'd taken some damage.
No, you threw a red model at me a minute ago. They haven't taken any damage, they've just been chilling beans.
Okay, sure.
Boys, into king.
Yep.
Cool, they're in, they're just going to go doop, doop, doop. Shouting aggressively. Something like that. They'll all get in, they've got the movement to completely wrap him.
They're trying to communicate.
Storm Boys
With the Silent King.
into just, well, I'm going to declare both.
Okay.
Why not?
He probably will kill those.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
All right. So he did kill a model last turn, so his aura of AP manipulation is 6 inches now.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So that'll go like that.
Okay. Moz into this guy?
into that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in.
Cool. Do they want to
How
charge him
horrible is he in combat?
I mean, he's not going to kill all of you.
But how many is he likely to kill?
You'll probably kill him on the charge, to be honest, because you've got like 3 or 4 attacks each.
I'm just checking. So they've got 4 attacks each, hitting all 3, strength 5, -1, 1 damage.
Yeah, you'll probably kill him.
Cool, let's do it.
And you want to take the objective, don't you? So.
Captain B.
And he's got a fancy sword, I think.
So hopefully they do it, and then I can always consolidate into little legs.
But they're quite big legs, actually.
Mediocre. I've seen bigger.
Stop body shaming.
That truck advanced, so he's not doing anything. That is it for the charges, by the looks of it.
Okay.
Cool. So where do I want to start, I hear you ask? Very good question, Michael. Do you have CP to interrupt?
I have no CP.
Cool, so I'll start here, because we think we're going to kill him anyway. So, Flash Git, should we see what Captain B's got weapon-wise,
come on,
see if
Badger.
he does the work for me and saves rolling loads of dice?
Yes.
So he only has a chopper. He's only got 6 attacks.
Oh,
He's hitting on 2s.
okay.
None of them explode. Strength 5.
So 4s, but 3s because I don't have the -1 to wound anymore.
So just the 2 at -1. So he's not going to kill him.
I do take 1 damage.
So just the 1. Yeah, so he's done to 3.
So you're down to 3, yeah.
And now everybody else.
Yeah, they'll all be able to pile in,
All but
won't they?
1.
All but 1,
I
yeah,
think.
sure. Yeah, you call it, mate. You let me know.
Yeah, I know, because I can shuffle in there, which would see him toe tap that one anyway. What's happened to that one? Yeah, that's fine. So now all of them. So all of the dice are coming in. Yeah, we've just already worked
Should we
out
do
the
5? Looks like we've got the dice for 5. I've got 5 guys here.
Once again,
So
what did we say? it was hitting
3s.
on? I don't think it was as good as that, was it?
I mean, they're just knobs with big guns.
They are 3s.
Cool. And then 3s again.
6s.
How many
6
6s was there?
2, 3.
I think there was.
We'll go with
three
2.
more.
We'll just go with 2. Let's
sure.
let's round down.
Cool.
Strength 5.
Imatech. Can you survive this?
Hopefully not.
3s. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead, just about. Do these have AP?
-1.
Okay, yes, he's dead. No, Imatech.
What was that?
Cool. So we're gonna do all
That's
the
what the
boys.
Silent King actually
Oh, we're gonna
sounds
roll
like.
the Silent King out for all the boys.
Well,
Silent
obviously.
King's got the
You-
squeakiest
obviously.
voice.
That's why he doesn't talk. 'Cause it's too embarrassing.
So 30 dice. 1,
How dare you attack me?
2, 4, 5. That's 10. How many dice have we got on average?
How many attacks is this coming?
So this is going to be 30 dice.
30 dice, right.
2,
We've
4,
definitely
6,
got
8,
30
9,
at least of these orange
10.
dice.
So there's 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Of course, all of these. Michael,
Yes.
do you want to roll it?
I think
I'll let you
No,
throw them ones in.
you roll.
Oh
You
my
roll
God.
it. You roll it.
Oh my god.
Just someone
Do
just
these
wanna
Just
roll
someone roll the dice and get on with the game. So they do have a full re-roll of hit against monsters and vehicles.
Oh, lovely.
And they're hit on 3s.
Would you? Okay. Do you want to just re-roll the misses, or do you want to re-roll them? Because you got sustained.
Just the misses.
Just the misses. Okay, cool. I think there was a 2 there as well.
So just 1 extra. And so that one out. So how many
You
extra
need
do I
6
need?
extra.
So I've got 3 there.
Yeah. Just chuck the other 3 dice you got over there in there. What's this to wound?
Strength 5.
So 6s.
So 1, 2, 3,
So you've
4,
managed to
5,
roll
6, 7.
7 6s. Okay, sure. This is AP1.
AP1.
So 3s here. I'm very dead.
Cool.
On a 6,
He's gonna blow up,
I'm
isn't
going to blow up big time. No, that's a shame. Silent King.
It's definitely a 6. He's not one of those things that randomly explodes on better than that, is
I
it?
don't think there's any of those in the game anymore.
Am I just making this up?
Yeah. He's D6 plus 3 deadly
I
divine.
knew he had like a big explosion. I just couldn't remember how.
Cool.
Yeah.
The 3 dudes plus the knob and smasher into soiree. They're going to have a little soiree in the middle.
It's Ceres is his name, actually.
Well, it's now soiree.
He's Illumina because he's going to illuminate you.
Yeah, he might do because he's a bit of a tank, isn't he?
Suarez?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Illumina Suarez.
I've just picked that up, and that's going to really upset Seb, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should not have done that.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those life decisions that I made. How bad is it, gents?
Can you push it towards Mike? Yeah.
More.
Perfect. Stop.
Perfect.
Never do that ever again.
No,
Chris.
I know. It's just
The sweat
So
was
who's
real.
this?
this is Knob and Smash Squid, big chopper coming in.
Yep.
And on 2s.
Cool.
Oh, it's a strength 7.
On toughness 8. Oh, good work.
So 2 at -1.
1 goes through.
2 damage.
4 up for a pain. 1 damage.
Cool.
So he takes 1 wound.
Extra attacks. Both miss. And then the boys. Oh, that's not very good, is it? So it is freeze because they're +1, and 1 goes back in.
Strength.
It's the same, I think. I'm trying to. Strength 5 actually.
Okay. So just the 2 wounds.
So it
AP.
might be 1.
Another one goes through.
+1 to wound because it's lance. So then one's back in.
Was that not the pigs? Was it on 4s? I think that was
This
the
is the
pigs.
stickers. Yeah. So they strength 5.
Was that not the pigs? I'll just roll
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
And
You
then
need to
can
do. So I'm
the
doing
pigs-
stickers at the moment.
You do the pigs afterwards. So I've saved one of
Yeah.
those, and then the other 2.
So I'm doing stickers at the
I
moment.
save
because
so damage.
Jaws, 2 damage.
2 damage. I don't take either.
Cool.
Carry on.
And 1, 2, and this is now the saddle gets because it is higher strength anyway somehow. And I'm hitting on the freeze.
Okay.
So I was actually hitting on 2s, not 3s on the last one.
Yeah, that's why I questioned it.
Yeah, that's fine. And this is strength 6, toughness, sorry.
8. Is this Avalanche? No, this is
No, this isn't.
the pigs themselves. AP.
1.
1. So 1 goes 2
2
damage.
damage.
He's okay.
Cool. Let's stop hitting soiree. So these guys into the immortals.
Yep.
Or whatever they're called.
So what was this correct?
1, 2, 3. So these aren't led. So this is the pigs. So this is on 4s.
Right. We get 2 back in.
And toughness.
Toughness is 5.
So freeze. So them ones
AP.
-1.
Okay, so that's AP nothing now. So 2 go through, you kill 2
damage
guys.
each.
Kill this one. And I kill
1, 2, 3.
this one.
Freeze again. 1 back in. Strength is only 5, but it's lance, so freeze again.
AP,
-1.
nothing. Another one dies. I'll get rid of this guy. Actually, I'll tell you what, I bet as well leave.
So I'll do Storm Boys into the Immortals,
The other
because I might as well
guy
try chew through that squad a bit more before you do some reanimation.
3 immortals dead so far.
4 and 5.
I'm already sold on Xeris, by the way.
He's great, isn't he?
He's incredible.
3 out. So this is the choppers first. Hit on freeze. No explosions. Oh. Keep doing it, then. Only strength 4.
So 5's to wound.
So just a 3 at -1.
-1, minus nothing. 3 more dead.
1 wound each?
Yeah.
Okay.
2,
And then Power Claw coming in last.
3.
On 4s, with 1 back in.
Yeah. 3. He's a knob, so it might be strength 10.
So this is strength 9.
Strength 9, so 3s.
-2.
So -1. 1 more dies. 7 dead. We'll go for this guy.
Cool, that's that lot in the middle.
Okay.
Finish slapping each other around. These guys onto that big boy. God, this takes forever, doesn't it, when you don't know your rules?
When everything never dies, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
3, so this is on 4s. And strength 6 into Spider. I'm assuming 5s and 6s. Well, that's all it is because everything else was 2s.
So are these
-1.
-1, so 4s, 2 go through, damage.
2 damage each.
2 damage each. So I'll take 2 on this guy.
1, 2, 3. And this is freeze. No
Okay.
explosions. This is strength 5 lance, but also anti everything.
So 4s.
Cool. So just the 1.
One.
-1.
-1 goes through.
2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage. So he's taken 6 damage, right?
Yeah. And last but not least, Moz going into his best friend up there.
Yeah. Do you want to do the thing first in case you roll a 6 to dev wound it?
Thing.
The shark boy.
Yeah, might as well. So 3 attacks. On the freeze. 1 back in.
Yeah. 1, 6.
No.
2,
So it's
8.
strength 7.
Okay, so AP.
2.
What's the damage?
4.
Ah, he's dead. Yeah, cool. Saves us a bit of time. Right.
Does it have deadly demise?
No, they're just destroyers. Okay.
And that.
So you can consolidate if you want with Mozrog into these immortals.
No, because he's only got, what, 2 wounds left?
He's got 2 wounds
I mean,
left.
you're going to shoot him, or you're going to
Yes.
slap him, aren't
And
you?
I could kill him with
Can
the
you fall back and
board.
Um,
I can't fall back and shoot though.
you can, or you
I
can't.
can't. So it's up to you whether you want to take the risk.
What's the Lord doing?
So he's got 4 attacks. And the strength 8 -3, 2 damage.
Yeah, so you win
with
with
Dev.
5s. But Dev's cheeky. Go on, I'll consolidate him in. I'll let you slap him.
Cool, sounds good.
That's what the crowd wants.
It is what the crowd wants.
In fact, no, because I need him alive for engage.
That's a very good point, actually, yes. You killed them over there.
Yeah, so you get to slap me.
Cool. Resolves that.
Now you get to slap me all over here.
In the middle then.
Or do you want to do that one quickly, because that's an easy one?
Yeah, so there's 3 attacks, isn't it? 1 hit, 1 wound. You save it, there's no minus. Then over here, so Illumina Xeris will go for the Storm Boys.
Okay.
Because it's an easier kill, and I want to get you the objective. So he's got.
It's not worth me doing a -1 to wound on Storm Boys, I don't think.
It would make me wound you on 4s, but this is going straight through.
But what's this Lord doing in terms of fighting?
Well, we'll see.
Because I mean,
if I kill these,
because if you don't kill them,
he's going to go that way.
Them, yeah, exactly.
But otherwise, he'll have to hit them.
Yeah, so I won't pop it.
Okay, cool. So here's Lance. That is 3 hits.
Toughness is
So
5.
1 dead. So AP 3 damage.
Cool.
And then his extra attacks. 3 hits. You have a T-shirt save?
I have 5 up save.
Oh, okay. So you get 6 ups. 3 6 ups. That's 3 more dead. Alrighty.
In fact, I'll take that.
Which way we going here? Cool. So these have to go to the closest and into combat if they can. I will put 1 there. Actually, I'll use the full 3 and base the Storm Boy. Go there, and this guy will go in this direction.
And what's his output, Lord?
So he's got 3 attacks at damage 3.
Strength?
Strength 12.
Okay.
Are you debating a...
Yeah, I'll pop it.
Sure. Yeah. So the 2 immortals that can hit the Storm Boy, we do hit 4 times, and then we're strength 5, I think?
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, I'll roll the dice and we'll see what we get. So we may only be strength 1. Oh my god, how far do I have to go?
You're not going to be great, are you, at this point? So it's just the 1.
It's strength 4, so yeah, just the 1 wound. It's AP 1 though, so it will kill the boy. Yeah, cool. And then the Lord into
the piggy pigs.
Piggy pigs, 3 hits, 4s to wound, 1 wound, -3, 3 damage.
Enough that back. So I'm not going to get an arm save.
Nope.
So feel my pains.
Oh, you passed 2, big surprise. So the other immortal will try, hits once, does wound you on a 6. So you've got a save at -1. And then a feel no pain.
Just the 1?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So 1.
Just got 1 wound.
This is a wound. All right. Do I have any other attacks back?
You didn't kill that over there. Spider gets the hit.
I've rolled that
we
already.
rolled that, didn't we?
hit.
That's us.
Okay, cool. So I will Resurrection Orb the immortals in the middle now
That's the CP?
to bring 6 back.
Or is that a...
That's free. That's the Resurrection Orb.
Oh, sad times.
And I'm just going to save a bit of time because in my command phase, the reanimation will bring the last one back.
Okay.
So the squad is back. And I will set them up so they can all hit the pigs in a minute.
I do love Necron sometimes.
Cool. So that finishes me. So I get engaged on all fronts, all the quarters.
Yep.
And overwhelming force. I
For
killed
5.
Cool.
You killed
All the
Lichguard
points.
and Imatech.
I'm happy.
Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff.
And I'll go up to 1 CP. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Into my command phase, I'll get 10 primary because I'm on the middle, and I have that. You've taken this one over here. I assume you've got 5 models at least on there.
I've got more. Yep.
Yep, brilliant. I will draw some cards. So I'm going to draw Capture Enemy Outpost. No. And deploy Teleport Homer. Also not great, actually.
Quite happy with that.
I'll only get 1 CP this turn as well. So he's taken 6.
Oh, Michael.
I'll sort that mess out.
I know you're upset, but...
Yeah, so I'll just destroy my own models. Yeah. So I've got 1 CP. Not great cards. But probably
do some rebuilding in a minute.
1 CP. Oh, obviously Xeris is just going to heal his wound back. Okay, so come back to me in a minute. I'll have made my decisions and I'll have moved.
Okay.
And now for a word from our sponsor, C Studios. They are the experts in providing professional miniature painting services, ensuring your armies always look their best on the battlefield. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or just starting out, C Studios can help bring your miniatures to life. Don't miss out on their quality craftsmanship.
Okay, Kris, we are back, and that was a tough turn for Mike there.
Yeah, I think I think that was the turn that the kind of imbalance of assets remaining really started to show.
Yep.
Now Mike has recovered his entire unit of Immortals in the center, which is a big old brick, and definitely gives them something to play with, but it is tied up in combat.
This is the thing. Mike's got almost all of his army engaged in combat right now, which is not where he wants to be.
No, but he does have the points lead.
Have the points lead.
But it's going to prove ever more challenging to kind of maintain that rate of scoring, certainly the secondaries.
Exactly.
And Mike's primary game is still strong. Even in a somewhat challenging position, he still scored 10 points on the primary.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Dante, I did update it during the combat phase because the points were already...
and it looks like that lightning fast movement phase is already over.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go back to the players.
Okay, I've done my movement. I'm staying in combat in certain places. I'm going to put +1 to wound onto... I was going to put it on these guys over here and hit them in combat. Oh no, I should have made this decision before I came back to that. So I spent my 1 command point to give the Praetorians +1 OC so that I can deny some points on that objective marker. I'm then going to put the +1 to wound onto Mozrog. I do want to get rid of him. It's quite irritating at this stage.
It's personal now.
Exactly, it's personal now. I'm basically not going to score my cards this turn, so I'm just going for some damage.
Okay.
Damage here. The Immortals. So the Immortals are going to fire all of their shots at these beast snaggers.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to use critical hits of 5 for free. It's about tactic. Would you like?
Who's that coming from?
That's coming from the Lord.
They've got
that's
the Lord
in
in
the
the
unit.
squad.
They've got
Yeah,
a Lord,
always
yeah.
forget you've got the new fancy Lord. No, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let you kill some boys.
Yeah. Okay. So that was awful.
Just as well I didn't do anything.
That was so bad. Okay, so those hits, I've got no re-rolls because you're not on an objective marker.
Toughness 5.
Great. Strength 5. Those are lethal.
Yep.
So that's
So
5.
just minus
It's
one?
AP2.
AP2,
1 damage each. So
I take it you can see the whole unit, can't you?
Yeah.
Even though not all
So
your models.
is it 5 dead? It's AP2.
No, I've got Feel No Pains, mate.
4 dead.
Yeah, so feel like only a 6, yeah, so 4 dead.
So those guys.
And
got
they blood surge.
4 dudes.
And a blood surge. Wrong army, Chris. Come on.
4.
I'm going to throw 5 rods of Covenant with Praetorians into the truck. Great, good work, guys. It's 5s to wound, never mind. Then I will do the Doomstalker into the truck as well. Has no other target. 2 shots, 1 hit. No wound. Okay, all right, fine. Then this Doomstalker can see Mozrog, so I'm going to fire at Mozrog.
Okay, I'm not popping.
So it's 6
Probably should have.
hits, 6 shots. We are on 4s, and then 3s to wound. Oh my god!
Just the one, yeah.
1 wound, 4 up in them for you.
It fails.
Is 3 damage.
It is 3 down. He's got 2, so I need to just roll all the 4s.
Yeah.
He's
dead.
He's finally
Okay.
dead.
All right. I'll take
Does he blow up?
Does he?
right. So that's one thing dealt with. I don't have any pistols, so that's all of my shooting. I will charge the Praetorians into the other guys. So 4 make it in. I'll move them in a second. These Immortals are going to charge these Beast Snaggers.
Yep.
In they go, and then we'll move on to combat. So just tuck them in. Obviously, the Lord is going to go in here.
Would you guys say that an Orc army is one of the most expensive armies to build?
No. But it's one.
I think it does depend on how you want to build the army, and I mean, do you guys have an affiliate for Element? Or no?
Outpost is where we get stuff.
Awkward moment.
It's on the back of your shirt, Chris.
Yeah. I was going to say, there is Christmas Beast Saga boxes out there still. Yeah, I mean, if you build around the Beast Snagger stuff, though, I think it's slightly more expensive at the moment just because of the lack of stuff in a box set. But I mean, there is a lot of mass. But overall, some of the older models are quite cheap to buy. Like Storm Boys are only, I think, on Outposts are only about £18 or something like that. And, you know, smash 3 of them straight in. Trucks are a little bit expensive, but kit bash, you can make them. So, like, at least with Orks, you can make stuff for almost free with stuff that you've got laying around to a degree. And you can buy cheaper boxes of, like, knobs and throw stuff on them and say they're flash kits, etc. So
Absolutely. This is Praetorians.
Okay, I will -1 to wound.
Staff's Covenant. What's your normal toughness, these guys? 4 or 5?
5.
We're grateful to have front.
Hopefully it's not more. It is 5.
5. Okay, well that was terrible. Where did I put my +1 to wound? Beast Snaggers in the middle. Probably should have done it here. So that's 2 AP2, 2 damage each.
If I hadn't have popped it, would it have been?
One more because of my
So
terrible
they've
rolls.
both gone through.
So that's 2 knobs
two
dead.
dead. Which
Two,
two? Are they 2 damage pieces?
they're 2 damage pieces,
So I'll take obviously 2 that aren't on the objective.
Then
Well, it matters because you've.
the Immortal Squad here, I'll do the Lord first.
It's just into the
So this
piggy
is
pigs.
just into the Piggy Pigs. Strength 8. So
It's a freeze.
1 wound, -3.
No,
2 damage.
2 damage. So 1
1
wound
takes
goes
2.
through.
Okay, cool.
So you've got 2.
And then the Immortals themselves, not insignificant. I'll do 5 there, and then 20. Get rid of the misses.
We are trying to hurry up. We are aware it's late.
So strength 5.
So
That many
4s.
at AP1
On piggy pigs.
on
isn't it?
these Piggy Pigs here. 2 for my pains, please.
Just 1 each, yeah.
Yeah, we did
so
kill 1.
1 pig's
Okay,
dead.
cool.
Does he blow up?
You get to go now.
I do
Wherever
indeed.
you like.
So Soiree's going to probably pick up the majority of them knobs, isn't he? He's going to do some hardcore damage into that. So I should activate them first, really.
Yeah,
I think.
cool.
So he's not going to. Well, they're not going to kill him, but it's 3 attacks for each normal dude. 3 of them. Still no change there. 2 and 3. So I'll start with just the squiggy squigs. So on the freeze. With 2 back in, so then 2 back in. And wound in strength 6, sorry. I keep forgetting your toughness as Suarez.
It's tough to 8.
Toughness 8, so 5s and 6s. So just then 3 at -1.
This one, he's okay.
Cool. And then same again. So 3, 3, 3.
Such
on
a
the
cool model.
2s with just
Look at
the
that
1 back
beautiful shot.
in. This is only strength 5 though, so 5s and 6s still. Because he's not a master of vehicle. So just 2 at -1.
2 more, 3 ups. He's okay.
Cool, and then Knob himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the big chopper.
Yep.
That's not too bad at all, is it? That's a 2, so that does hit, and 2 back in. Strength for 7, and you're 8. Yeah.
Yep, tough to 8.
Still hasn't changed yet. So -1.
He's okay.
Right, you tank.
Are they done yet?
Last ones. I've just done that completely wrong. I need to. No, I didn't, because it was a 6. Strength for 6. Cool. That is now me done there.
Excellent. The Immortals into the pigs that I've got +1 to wound against. So I have Eternal Conqueror on the other guy, so I don't have any rerolls here. So I'll take all of those misses out. And then it's 4s to wound,
And that's because you're +1 to it.
because I'm
isn't it?
+1,
Yeah.
and that's all AP1, because of Xeris' ability.
You can have them back 2, 4, 6.
I believe Immortals only reroll wounds for ranged.
So save 2 of them, damage 1 piece, yeah. So I should have done it. Well, it doesn't actually matter, does it? So 1 dead. Well, that one dies, and then one's got 1 wound left.
Okay, I'm just going to reroll the failed wounds because they do reroll wounds against targets on objectives. It's not just for shooting. So if you could do me 4 more, please,
I
AP1.
suppose so.
This is all 1 damage.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. So that kills then that
Him
one
and
and
a
moves
wound
1
on the
wound
last
over.
one. Then the Lord. 3 attacks. They all hit. Strength 12. So 3 damage, 3 dev wound. In fact, they all go through, so it's just 9. 9,
I'll just
5
roll,
up front of pains.
just roll them ones.
Yeah, cool. He's gone. All right, I will not consolidate.
I get to activate again now, though, don't I?
Yes.
So I will do because he still, it doesn't really matter at this point. So they will go into the Stalker. 2, 3. So this is the anti-vehicle one to begin with, because then it's that -1.
Yep. Into the vehicle, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 go through.
2 damage base.
Okay.
So this is the strength 6, so -1.
-1, another 2
Another
damage.
2 damage.
Okay,
That means you've got left.
you've got 4 left.
You get to go.
Xeris into the piggies who are not wounded. So here's Eldritch Lance. Does hit 3 times, strength 9. Wounds once, AP 3 damage.
So I did, first one failed. Saves it.
Cool, so you
1
take
damage.
1 on the, and then his extra attacks. They all hit, strength 6, so 5s. 1 more at -1.
Goes through, damage.
1.
Goes through.
I can't tell you how irritating these Squid Cogs are.
These guys get to
Those
hit
lads,
that lot back.
I'm going to do the walker real quick. So 2, I don't know,
Probably 2 wounds.
probably 2 wounds. It's probably strength 8 in combat. It might not be. Strength 6 in combat, so no wounds. Carry on.
So 4 attacks each, and I've lost only 2. So 1.
So you've
I've
got
got 3. Well,
1
do
has
my
to hit the walker.
Well, he's
Because
there.
he's based in the walker, but not. Oh no, he can hit the other guy because he's within an inch. Yeah, cool.
So, cool. So that's everyone in, all 8 there.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3. I need.
You've done 3 guys there.
I've got 3 guys here.
So you need 5 more guys.
Yeah.
That's
we got
4 more guys.
Okay. And this is on 3s.
Yep, with exploding 6s. Now I probably shouldn't have charged here. I forgot that you reduced my toughness.
The 4. Back in.
Yep.
And I've still got to do 1 more do, don't I?
Yes.
So if I do that one now, of course he gets 1 back in.
Cool.
And this is strength 5.
Yep. I'm now toughness 4 because of bad luck.
Go on, load me up.
So this is 3s.
Whoop!
Okay.
Are these all AP1 as well?
They're all AP1 as well.
Maybe the one. That is the only thing. Like a lot of it, although it's a lot of weighted dice, it's quite low APs. When I go into like Space Marine and stuff, Armour of Contempt really hurts.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I should not have charged. So the
unit
Praetorians are just gone. That was a waste of CP and a waste of a unit. Oh well.
Don't
Live
pick
and
up the
let
dice tray, Chris. Move them out.
Oh well.
And that's it for fight backs, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I don't know. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Cool. Not good.
Well, to my
Not good at all.
favour that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Fine,
So I
sir.
don't score any cards. I will ditch them both.
Cool.
For a command point.
So start my turn then. I go up to the 1 CP because I spent the 1 for the minus wounds. I will roll for a 4 up, and I still haven't got it for the Gretchen. So they've still done none of that, and I need to draw. In fact, I need to do some battle shock in a second, I think. Defend stronghold, easy, and secure no man's land.
You've already got it.
Pretty much done, isn't it?
Yep.
So
And how many primary, sorry?
15
yeah,
Yep.
big 15.
through the
So
Triarch's way, sadly.
do I need to battle shock some places? So they're fine.
I think you're
2,
right.
4, 5, they're all right.
Yep.
Yeah, they're fine, aren't they?
Mhm.
All right, everywhere.
Do you get a CP, Chris?
No, I failed it again.
Failed, yeah.
Gretchen have not done anything.
I will-
Obviously, when you.
I will be on 2 CP because I did drop a card.
Sweet.
Drop cards.
So, should we do some movement?
Yes.
Uh,
So this is bottom of turn 4.
truck move on to there.
Mm-hmm.
They'll move. Up to
Is it going to be a quick movement or?
do
you want us to-
Mostly, yeah. So
Go to chat for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Okay, right, yes. So, I mean, yeah, that's a massive swing in terms of points.
That 15 was very much needed to
bring
kind
it
of
back.
bring back into the game there.
Yeah, exactly. The durability of these orcs is insane.
Well, it is, but I think it's also important to note that it has overperformed tonight.
Yes.
It is very good, but this is certainly on the right side of variance.
yeah, definitely. But I think what this does show as well is, I mean, the Squighog boys themselves are such a good unit.
It's that feel no pain.
Yeah, it's so good. But even their damage, because everything's damaged too. So
Of course, yeah, it's going to churn through. It's going to churn through what it hits.
yeah, and this is the thing, is that the damage output, especially on that Waaagh turn, we didn't really see too much on the damage output from the Waaagh turn, but they are a really scary prospect on that Waaagh turn, especially with a 6-man unit, and the Knob will smash the Squig, and yeah, they can churn out some real big buckets of damage.
Yeah, I think.
Take it.
And what we're seeing here now, is very much, circling up and kind of putting the boot in. Really,
Exactly.
it looks like Kris is ready for us.
Cool. So not a lot of exciting movement to be done there. So Cunning and Brutal, I can fall back, still shoot and charge. So I've taken the Squighog boys out with the Knob and Smasher Squig. I moved the truck round onto my home objective to hold it. Storm boys out. Those Snagger boys move around there. At that point, Mike called for an Overwatch, which I'm going to roll in a second.
Yeah, I'll roll this out while you discuss
Yeah,
your turn.
the truck moved round and I rolled an advance roll. It was a big advance roll, so he actually got round and touched the home objective now on Mike's. Annoyingly, they're still stuck in combat, but ultimately they're not going to kill. They're not going to be killed. And this truck just moved up his 12 inches. Cautious that, again, I might have to come backwards for an investigate signals or similar. And it looks like I've got 5 armor saves to make.
AP1 on the Beast Snaggers from the Overwatch from the Tesla Immortal.
Cool. So all have gone through.
Okay.
And then,
Five
so
dead.
all 5 dead. So that's actually the squad wiped.
Okay.
That was a pretty good Overwatch.
Yep. Tesla Immortals. Doing their job.
Cool. I'm not going to waste everyone's time with shooting because it's just piddly shots everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, other than into that, I had some anti-vehicle. So I'm just going to do my charges.
Mm-hmm.
So, blob into Immortals.
Yep.
And they're in.
Okay. Would you roll a 6? Gets you there.
Oh, like that. And I was tempted to throw the Storm Boys at the Immortals, but you'll pick them up.
I will.
I mean, you're going to pick them up either way,
Yeah.
annoyingly. So, yeah, I mean, if I charge, then at least I'll get to fight first and annoy you, tickle you. But it's not going to matter,
Yeah.
is it? Because, as I said, you're going to shoot them. So they're in. I'm actually missing one from somewhere. There he is.
He's
on
behind. He's on the.
He's hiding. He's hiding. And that I might just send the truck back. Actually, just why not? Because I could.
Cool.
Do the thingy. 6. Yeah, he's in.
Sure.
Toughness.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8. It's probably not worth the because he's full health, isn't he?
Have you not decided to shoot the flash kits?
So I can't because they're not pistol and they're in combat with the stalker.
Okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's right. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, it was one of those annoying things. I shouldn't have toe tapped onto the stalker when I went to fight the Praetorians. So let's do some fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start with all of that lot going into the Immortals.
Yep, sure.
So 1. I can't remember how many I've got up there. 3.
Yeah, you've got 3 little guys.
Cool. So the squids
Mm-hmm.
on the freeze. So
Yep.
all of that. Toughness, strength is 6.
Okay, so 3s.
Cool. That lot -1.
Yep. So -1 becomes -0, so 1 dies.
1, 2, and this is the other weapon. So on 2s now, but 3 go back in.
Mm-hmm.
Strength is 5. It's lance.
So 4, 3s.
So 3s.
That was quite good.
That's better. -1 again.
-1 becomes -0. I lose 4. 2, 3, 4.
Truck into that.
Mhm.
Nothing. Wrecker, bull, nothing. And so power claw first. Put 1 back in. 1 and -2 on your mortal blobs.
From the power claw. So I'm okay because it's only -1. Did you do the knob for this squad?
3. No.
No. Okay. Come back and do
4.
that.
Yeah, I'll come back to that. The rest of the boys into the immortals. It's not bad, is it? Come in for them. They're on freeze, aren't they, choppers?
Mm-hmm. And then 5s. So 2.
Just 2.
Okay. 3 up. Fell both, so 2 die.
And the knob boy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember his attacks once again. This is what's slowing us down tonight. So I'll throw 2 more dice in there for his big attack. So miss, and a miss. 1 back in. Strength for 7. So 2. Minus 1.
-1. That becomes -0. I'm fine.
Cool. And then. Hi, Seb.
Deuces.
This is strength 6, -1.
Cool. So minus nothing. I lose 2 more. This is here. This was the pig, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll take those 2 out.
And then, well, you get to hit me first there.
I
Back.
will, yeah. So is that you done?
That's me done
charges?
fighting, yep.
Cool. So I'll see if I can kill the 2 pigs that haven't activated yet. So the Overlord hits twice. Yeah. And then doesn't wound you. And then the 2 Immortals, 3 Immortals. No, he'll stay in there. 3 Immortals, 2 Immortals. 1 save, please. AP 1 on the pigs.
Go through. Damage.
Damage.
1.
Something. 1. Yep.
Save.
You're fine. Absolutely fine. So your little 2 pigs. See if you can kill the Immortals.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So normal attacks first. All the hits.
The 2 will miss. But did you have a 6?
Oh, yeah, because they're not led. No, there wasn't a 6.
Okay, so
I'll take 2 out.
sure.
Well, no, I'll take
Strength.
3 out anyway. Strength 5.
5. Okay.
-1.
Strength 5.
Yeah.
So it would be 4. So
Lance.
1 dies.
I know, because I didn't charge it there.
Yeah, 1
we
dies,
fucked
so.
that, didn't we? Mind my
okay.
language. So 1 back in.
Yeah.
That 1 out. Yep.
The 2 misses. Or was it hitting on 3? Is this the guys?
No, this is the little bitey bites, wasn't it?
They
So I
hit
just
on 4s,
re-rolled it,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just
my
re-roll it.
mind is melting a little bit. So
Don't worry,
hit on
mate.
4s because
Honestly,
it's
okay,
because I'm so used to them being led with the knobs that I've.
So that's the hits there because of the sustained.
Yeah.
Strength
6.
6, so 3s. So those 2.
-1.
So 1 more immortal is dead. 1 remains.
We'll get there eventually.
Yep.
You get to hit me here. I get to hit loads of.
I'm not going to bother rolling that.
Cool. So I've got 4. 1.
I'm happy
2,
to take like 5 wounds.
3.
I don't think you did a huge amount of damage
It doesn't
there.
actually matter, does it?
The Storm Boys, though, I will roll, so I'll do the.
Should we just say they're dead for the sake
They're
of speeding
probably
it up?
dead, yeah.
Because again, they're not actually doing anything either way.
No.
They're either going to die now or die later. It's not going to make much of a difference.
Okay.
So, secure no man's land, I have.
Yep.
And defense stronghold finishes next.
Finishes at the end of my turn. Okay. So for me then, I get a CP, so I go up to 2 in my turn. I'm going to immediately spend 1 to pass Battle Shock on these Immortals. And then before I score primary, I will bring back D3. So 3, and I'll take this objective again.
So 10 primary?
10 primary for me. We'll see what the cards are. Bring it down.
So before, I didn't know, ignore me.
Yeah.
Ignore.
And defend stronghold. End of opponent's turn, end of the battle. So I just need to control this at the end of the turn. That is relative. That is possible. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll run through this real quick. I will. So he moves Eris over this way. I lost some immortals. We'll see if we get them back. We get them back.
Is it worth me just drawing my next 2 cards?
Yeah, I'm
and
happy
then we can just talk through
to talk
maybe
about
what
what's-
happened. So I would
Yeah.
have got assassination and bring it down.
Okay.
So you've got 2 characters I'm probably not going to be able to do anything about. Well, 3 characters, let's be honest. I'm not going to kill.
I'll make it even
quite,
easier for
quite,
you.
Quite durable. I would have got my defense stronghold though, obviously from the previous.
Yes, we'll get that for sure.
Bring it down.
Kill the walker thing?
I'll kill that walker thing. I'm not going to kill the others
I think
because that there's going to be some fight in there. How many wounds has that actually got left?
It's only got 4 left, so you're more likely to kill this than you are that.
It all depends
You're
how
only
much you
strength
kill of that
5 in
stuff though,
combat,
doesn't it?
right? Yeah, so
I
really,
mean, they're going to have shooting, aren't
are
they?
you
Actually,
happy
so.
that these immortals are going to pick up these grots?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because it is going to be double exploding 6s, AP 1.
Yeah, well, there's nothing I can do about it at this point because they are where they are, and you're going to.
Are they going to see them?
Yeah, because
They
there's,
can
there's
see
a bunch
someone.
inside
There's someone
the
on the
building.
other side of the wall. So I'll kill that in melee, move them out. Let's say you've killed some stuff there, whatever, but I'm going to kill that one as well.
Yep.
So,
So you get your 8 points.
well, if we do Michael's, because I'm jumping into mine. So, in
Yes.
terms of bring it down,
Yes.
what do you think you're going to kill for bring it down monsters and
I
vehicles?
don't think I can get Bring It Down. Oh, I've got the Doomstalkers and they can shoot nothing because you're in
that
combat
one's in
with me
combat
there.
there, yeah.
This guy can shoot these.
They're not monsters or vehicles.
But they're not in combat. but they're not monstrous vehicles. So I don't think I can bring it down.
So you don't get Bring It Down. And the other card? Defend Stronghold.
I'll spend the CP to regen it, why not? Makes sense at this stage. Investigate signals, definitely not happening.
Cool.
So basically it's Defend Stronghold, which I probably will get.
Yeah, I'll get you 3 for that.
Yeah, and then I scored my Defend Stronghold, as you guys should have already done. Bring It Down, I'm getting for the 2 Stalkers.
How many wounds?
Because I think I'll pick that one up in melee, move them out,
So
shoot all of that one.
7 wounds, and your strength 5 against toughness 7.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's guaranteed. These are possibly dead.
Yeah.
So I'll do some rolling.
Does it make a difference with the score if we...
It won't make a difference to the outcome of the game.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Let's just ignore it.
That's fine.
Let's ignore Bring It Down then.
Sure.
And I'll
You'll
spend my
definitely get 1.
I'll spend my CP to redraw Assassination because I know I can't score
Yeah.
Assassination.
So you definitely get Extend Battle Lines.
Extend
for 5.
Battle Lines for 5. There you go.
So you'll get... you'll kill one of the vehicles for what, 4, bring it down?
How many wounds have you got?
12.
So second bracket, yeah.
Yeah, so 4 to... That's 9 on your secondaries.
And then at the end of it, I would only have 2 because you've killed the grots.
Yes.
Swing the truck round, leave that truck there. I hold
Yeah.
2 objectives.
And I'll get a Stronghold at the end of my turn as well. At the end of your turn, rather. Whew. Well, sorry for speeding through that, but obviously it's been quite a long game. And yeah, that was quite interesting.
I think it's going to be tight.
Thank you
It's
for
tighter
the
than
game.
it might otherwise have looked. But yes, it was quite a turnaround at the end. So all the way through that game, Mike was quite considerably ahead on the primary. However, your 15 points really brought you back in it in beginning of turn 4.
Turn 3.
And that's at the point that I denied Mike. I finally got out my vehicles, finally got some objectives.
Yeah.
So at the end of that, we have the Orcs on
86 and the Necrons on
78.
Oh, well done, Chris.
You're right. That's
Excellent game, thank you.
Kings of VT defeated by Chris Owen in 1 week. Buzzing.
Well done.
I enjoyed that, and I apologise for being slow. Obviously, I need speed up. If I had the cards, I think maybe I would have been a little bit
No,
faster.
that's part of playing a new army, though, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
my fifth game, so yeah, I'll probably have to clock myself this weekend to be fair to my opponents at a GT.
If you run Orcs, yes.
If I run Orcs, I probably will.
Awesome.
I've learned a lot from that game, thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
You know, free academy for me today.
Yeah, basically.
I can sign up next week.
Yes, so Academy is going on sale for pre-order next week. Definitely check it out. We've had glowing reviews. You'll start to see some testimonials come out from the people who've done the Academy, and they couldn't recommend it enough. So yeah, I do hope you join us. I hope you've really enjoyed this game. The Necrons Masterclass is also out, so you can check that out and subscribe to the Masterclass subscription, and you get access to all of our Masterclasses as they come out. So if you want to learn a bit more about the Necrons and how you can really push their detachments to the limit, then definitely check that out. Yeah, how was the chat for the game? How are you guys on deck?
Yeah, enjoyed it. I do have one question. Obviously, you mentioned about the Necrons Masterclass. What would you do differently with this Necrons list? Because this is a detachment that we're not seeing very much competitively. So
Yeah.
I know you have been excited about this. So is there any changes you would make to this list?
I think competitively you probably don't run the Silent King.
Yep.
He's a lot of points. He did a bit of work for me and he tanked a lot of hits, but for 420 points, I could get quite a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
other
actually,
than that,
when we're talking about tanks,
yeah.
I'm not going to butcher his name once again, but
Xeris, yeah, I'm definitely taking him.
He's your Moz.
And he
isn't
kept
he?
those
He is
Immortals
your-
alive.
yeah.
I'd potentially look at 30 Immortals with Xeris around. Obviously, I made some misplays with the Tribe Praetorians and things. But yeah, I think that's the main change I would make. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you next week, won't we? Where I don't know what we're playing next week. I'm sure it'll be on Instagram though.
There will definitely be an update. I'll post as usual the schedule for VT on Monday.
So we may have Jake back, depending on how he feels after his flight next Wednesday, mightn't we?
Yep.
And how well or not he's done at LVO. Or we might just have my voice. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right.
All right, guys.
Tune in
well,
next week.
Thanks for joining us and have a good night.
Have a good night.